Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
Santa's coming to town!
Santa! Oh my God!
The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Full-blown 4-alarm holiday emergency here. We're gonna press on, and we're gonna have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny fucking Kaye.
Fragile. It must be Italian.
Well, I think that says fragile.
Who the heck are you?
What are you talking about? Santa Claus.
No, you're not.
Why, of course I am! Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
And when Santa squeezes his fat white ass down that chimney tonight, he's gonna find the jolliest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house.
Happy Friday, guys. What's going on? Club doors are open. We're kicking off the holidays. Episode 142 already. Hell yeah. Good to have you guys. Let's have some fun tonight. We're going to talk a lot of stuff. Collectibles, pop culture, a little bit of everything. Lots of news to cover. Vision, what's going on,
man? Everything's good. Had a good day. Went to breakfast with my baby. You know, working, trying to get some money to pay off these POs.
Oh yeah. Well,
or just buy something new. You know me. I don't know.
You know, well, the way you're finding deals, yeah, that probably, why not?
Bring it in.
You know? Bring whatever you can find in. Have you kickstarted any holiday shopping, anything for the holidays yet?
Oh, it's crazy because yesterday she wanted to do the tree, and I'm usually the person like try to push the holidays, and now she was on it because our boy's old enough, but he was hyped. I didn't think he would remember from last year, but he knew everything about it.
Really?
Oh, man. Yeah, he said Christmas, so he knows. Yeah, he was hyped. So he did the tree last night. So now I feel like I'm forced to buy gifts now. You think
you gotta put something under there.
Enough, but like Christmas morning, they don't open up nothing. They probably be mad. Like, oh man, look at me like we didn't just pay for a lot of money on that trip.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And you're going away around.
You'd be mad if you have statues sitting on the porch waiting to open up. You'd be mad.
Yeah.
Oh no, man. Yeah. Well, yeah. I'd be like, how did I get there? Santa must have thought I was the only good kid.
Yep. Oh, glad you can make it. Yeah, tomorrow's the tree day for us. Get that started.
You're going to cut down the tree?
I cut one down, and then I have some fake ones I set up upstairs, like on the second floor for the kids. So we set up like 3 trees, but
oh yeah, I did the same thing on my third floor. I got a fake one.
Yeah, when I moved here, we started cutting trees down. It wasn't ever anything I did as a kid, or we always just went to the lot, picked one up. But it's been a tradition cutting one down, so we said stick with it.
Yeah, good. It's a good tradition.
It's not like we need the oxygen, right? Ken, happy Friday. What's going on, man?
There you go. Hey, just want to put it out there that those were my actual arms in the intro.
Yeah, those guys. I know. How you doing?
Man. Yeah, haven't had a good week. Got sick a little bit at the beginning of the week. Some crazy virus going around, hitting me up, but I feel better now. So yeah, ready to go.
All right, good stuff. Good to hear. Glad you can make it.
Thanks, man.
Theo, happy Friday. Well, Saturday for you. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, good, man. Good. Been a busy week. Started a new job last week and ended up getting sick. I had the crud for a week. So it's good to get back to work this week. And Thursday, Mr. Keaton arrived. He was supposed to come yesterday, actually. And he came Thursday night. He's big. The base is huge. I just got some batteries and that for these.
For the spotlights? Okay, nice.
Yeah. That's probably my only gripe about the piece so far is that they're still bloody using batteries. But
oh, those are the ones that attach to the base. Okay.
Yeah, they go onto the base.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm happy with him so far. So he's good. I had to futz with the cake a little bit, but
yeah. How did you find the cowl?
To be honest, I actually did watch the film last night as well after work,
Okay.
And you know what? The thickness of what is actually on the piece, there's a lot of screenshots and a lot of scenes in the film that you can tell that the rubber is actually quite thick around his around the mask. It was the return suit that I think they had a thinner, like a sort of a face plate.
Straight to the face.
Yeah. So I think people get a little bit confused with some of the screenshots on that online. But I personally think it's great, man.
Is that a mixed media?
Yeah, it's a mixed media.
Looks nice. Looks like leather.
Yeah, I think it's like a pleather, but
yeah.
Hopefully it sort of it doesn't wear too much.
Looks great.
But down the road, I might chuck a leather. I might actually see if I can get a custom leather cape for him. See if there's any local guys that want to take on that project.
Awesome. Well, huge congrats. Glad you like it. I got some of the photos you took to show afterwards. So awesome.
Yeah, awesome, John. But yeah, happy to be here. Thank you.
Good, and congrats on the new job as well.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
D-Rock, what's going on, man? Happy Friday. What's going on in your life?
Man, I'm so glad it's the weekend. I can't even stand it. I'm so TGI Friday all the way, man.
Tell me about it.
But I'm pretty good, man. I got a few things coming in, so I'm pretty happy right now. It seems like that's been the case like in the last couple of years. It's like nothing happens all year, and all of a sudden, like 4 statues are ready to like at the end of the year.
Christmas.
Holiday season. Like, it's nice to,
Yeah, well, it's nice. You got bunch of bills come in at the same time, but yeah.
That's the problem.
Cool. That's the problem. They all come in together, and I'm like, damn, come on now.
Yeah, because you got
do I need electricity?
Yeah, no. Hey, I can set up an alternator and a bicycle if I have to. It's all right.
Well, you got your Frankenstein on the way for next week, so can't wait to see that.
I think people were already getting the regular one, but the gray one is shipped today.
I saw Jeff's review on Secret Sanctuary. It looks like a cool piece, man. Looks good.
Yeah. So mine shipped today, black and white. So I don't know, middle of next week maybe. Depends. It comes from California, and I'm all the way across, so it could be Thursday or whatever.
That Sideshow's Frankenstein's monster. Promising piece. I really want to see the black and white one. That one looked intriguing.
Yeah, I'll open it on the show if it comes before Friday. If you want.
Sounds good, man. Anytime, yeah. We're here if you want to hang backstage, live, whatever you like.
Yeah, I think I'm going to display it right here too, like with the Hulks. I can cover up this light, so
okay,
I'll put him right there because he's a Hulk inspiration. So why not?
Can't wait.
Yep.
Glad you can make it. Vega, happy Friday to you. What's going on, man?
Well, like Ken and Theo, I was sick at the beginning of the week as well, so glad to have gotten over.
Sorry to hear that. Yeah.
Whatever that was, it was a
Everyone down here, like in Australia, like where I'm, like my hometown, I swear is getting sick, man. My mum's not feeling too good. I spoke to her today, and she's feeling pretty average. So I don't know.
Yeah,
feels like that's just the norm.
Yeah, I mean that time of year, right here, I know the temperatures dropped a lot. Highs in the 40s, 50s more so than the 60s, 70s as it was like a week ago. So, immune systems are a little weakened, but got over that. And, it was a long week just trying to get the pre-Thanksgiving push so that next week is pretty light and I can take most of the week off. And with that being said, I would like to just let everyone know that the views of the Everyday Collector are not representative of myself, and the road to Christmas starts promptly at midnight, November 29th, 2024.
It's too long.
And until that time, he can take his holly jolly Canadian bullshit and shove it straight up his moose knuckle.
Hey, you have Thanksgiving too late. That's your problem. They put up the Christmas tree at the Rockefeller Center already, like last week.
Yeah, they're fucking nut jobs as well.
It's the best time of year, my favorite time of year. So I even think I'm starting it too late. I like to do November 1st, but
the show starts too late. I'm tired. Anyway, so but yeah.
Okay, well, we can take care of that here. Good night. And now I have you facing Jerry. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I like Jerry more than you right now. So
do you? All right. Strike two. Glad you can make it, and good to hear you're feeling better, man. Jerry, what's going on? Happy Friday.
Yeah. Happiest Friday. Tired as hell. Long ass week. Don't know what's going on. Why you have a Christmas Santa hat on and lights, and I'm here though. Happiest Friday.
How many weeks? 6 weeks are going to be like this.
Like a month to Christmas.
Let January.
A month.
Let January come already.
4 weeks.
4 weeks into not even 6 weeks left.
Yeah.
33 days. 33
It's
days.
like me telling my girl to put her lingerie on right now and knowing I'm gonna get her on the cruise on the trip. So put it on now, baby. You got 6 weeks.
No.
Don't that up.
These guys have some fun. Sparks, get some lights. Next week I expect lights behind you guys.
We got lights.
I got some Christmas hats on some of the pieces. But
I'm gonna turn them back off.
Yeah. Glad you can make it, Jerry. Buck, happy Friday to you, man. What's going on?
What's up, man? I caught the flu like earlier this week, so
damn, everyone's
recovering from that.
Yeah, you feeling better now, though?
Yeah, I'm on the tail end of it. Should be able to. I should be back up and running tomorrow.
Okay, good stuff. Drink some tea, get out of the system, and let's have some fun. I think I had way too much coffee today because I'm like antsy. You guys are all tired. You're getting old. You're getting old, man.
I gotta tell you real quick. For me, sleeping was the worst thing because my sinuses were a mess. I started taking that NyQuil Rapid Relief. You put it in hot water like a tea.
Yeah,
it's the best stuff. I gotta tell you, man. You instantly start feeling better. Slept like a baby, and it just when you get better sleep, you heal faster. You get over it faster. That stuff was amazing. Anything else I took would mess either clogged me up so bad I couldn't get my sinuses cleared up, or it would drain me like crazy. That stuff was perfect. Start feeling better instantly.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
that stuff flushes the system. Flushes the system. That stuff. Well, glad you guys, whoever was sick, is feeling better, and let's kick back, relax, and have some fun tonight.
Yeah,
got some important stuff to cover. And yeah, just have a fun show like we always do. Toy Mafia kicking it off in the chat. What's going on, Mafia? Good to see you. Happy Friday. We got Random Korean and Bats in the Belfry. Happy Friday, guys. We got Richard stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Ledge. How's it going, Ledge? Hope you're doing well, man. Comic Galaxy. Great to see you, buddy. We got Kenzie stopping by. Happy Friday, guys. Cypher. What's up, everyone? Always look forward to these streams. Appreciate you, Cypher. Mr. Popo, what's going on? Who else we have? We got Figure Kong stopping by. We got Damo. What's going on, man? Good to see you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. We got Michael. John, November isn't over. You're ready for Christmas? Come on, Michael. Once the tree goes up, it's time.
Tell him, Michael.
Ash, don't forget, I'm in Canada. We had our Thanksgiving in October, early November or October.
We are aware of your third world country status.
Okay. Ash and Nate, what's going on, buddy? Happy Friday, man. Who else we have here? Ash saying, Kenzilla, what's up, brother? Always enjoy looking at your statues. Heck yeah.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Wow. Kenzie saying, John's looking like he robbed an elf over there. Wow. That's savage. What's going on, Peter? Good to see you. And we got D in the house. What's going on, guys? Happy Friday. So, what are we talking about today? What are we kickstarting with? Anything on your plate before we get into the nitty gritty? Did you guys all finish Penguin?
Yeah.
I gotta do that this weekend.
You didn't finish, John?
I got stuck on episode 4. No.
Oh, okay. I saw that you were binging it during the week.
Yeah, I got 4 episodes straight, and hopefully finish this weekend.
Nice. You'll love the finale. Make sure you watch it and don't stay off all the forums and all that because spoilers
unfortunately,
everywhere.
Unfortunately, Facebook didn't have any spoilers. I didn't get spoiled anywhere, but I did on YouTube. Someone put
in the comment,
not in their thumbnail, in their title of the video. They put it like, and I'm like, okay, well, thanks.
Gotta love people like that.
Yeah, there's always one.
Respectfully, I know I'm taking my time, and it's probably long overdue that I should have watched it already. But still, we'll see how it goes down. What's going on, Skills? What else was going on? Anything else? Oh, PlayStation. Anybody get the 30th anniversary?
I've got the controller coming next week, I think, but I didn't buy anything else. That was it. Controller was enough.
Some people putting videos out unboxing it. It looks pretty badass. It's numbered and all that good stuff. Like a really nice materials they used to package the controller, and pretty cool.
Did you pick one up?
I mean, is it just a skin swap for the PS5?
Yeah.
Because those just pop off and you just pop them back on, right?
Yeah.
They're plates. They're plates that pop off. I popped mine off.
Yeah, plates. Yeah. They could just show the plates.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Just a plate?
Yeah.
They got edition numbers.
System just has a front and a back plate. You just pop them off and pop them on. You can change them out.
That's only the Pro. That's only the Pro.
Size numbers,
it's only the Pro that has it's only the Pro.
It's only the Pro. Yeah, it's only the Pro.
I didn't even.
Yeah. I wouldn't care about that. I just.
Yeah, but it is just plates. I don't know why they didn't sell plates separately.
Someone probably
same thing. Like I don't
do it eventually.
Yeah, because
some people do sell.
I don't have the original plates on mine.
I bet there's a 3D file where you can print them. I could probably print them for mine, but
okay.
I'm not worried about that. I'm fine with mine.
Yeah, I'm sure you can already pay someone like Colorware to do something like this.
I doubt PlayStation.
Yeah, there's companies that do custom plates.
Yeah, well, PlayStation sued a few of them, but they just as soon as they sue them, somebody else pops up. So people just keep popping up.
Well, and also some companies, like I think it's what was a company called D Brand. I think they just added like a vent to the plate, and they got out of the.
Yeah.
It was like, fuck you, Sony.
Well, was it like was it using the Sony design? Well, sorry, not that, but was it trying to make it look like the anniversary edition?
No, it was just it was just copying the plates. They got sued way before the anniversary.
Okay,
it was just doing the plates.
All right,
and they added a vent to it, and then they were fine.
And they were fine. I think if they explicitly make it try to make it look like the colors for the anniversary one, and sell it as that, they won't they'll probably get shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Sony could win that lawsuit though, other than just keep you in court. Because I mean, there's people that make parts for stuff all the time. Like car manufacturers don't sue people for making kits for cars, for like changing the bumpers out and the hoods and stuff. So I don't really understand. I don't really understand why they think they can sue somebody just for changing a plate on their system. That's just pretty stupid.
I would assume it's probably just the act of suing.
Yeah, it's just
people
don't
want to be in a lawsuit with them.
It's just a flex.
I think also
it's just a flex.
Like Jerry said, D Brand won their lawsuit because they changed the design.
Yeah.
So they weren't I don't know. I can't remember what kind of.
Yeah, I don't remember if they won the lawsuit or not, but they were able to keep selling it after they changed the design. I think you could still go on their site and buy the plates.
Yeah. So basically, just don't copy plates they already have. You can do whatever you want as long as you just don't copy an edition they already have that they're selling. Is what it is. Yeah. Got it.
See if I can get this up here. First, we got Henry in here. Hey, all! I can't wait for this Tweeterhead discussion. I'm torn whether I like the new policy or not.
I looked up some stuff about that because people online were saying,
"Oh, we're gonna get into
laws." Yeah, I looked up those laws.
I'm gonna dive deep into that. Let me show this just quick, just so you guys can see here. I thought it was cool, the packaging, the way they did it.
Yeah, but that's going to go in the garbage anyways.
Well, no, it's not, because the PlayStation never leaves the box. What's the matter with you?
Oh man,
true PlayStation collector.
This is supposed to.
Fake gamers.
Don't play it.
This
Don't
guy
play
and his
it.
box love, I swear.
No, this is
I wouldn't throw away this box.
Of course not.
I'd keep this box, but a regular PlayStation box I'd throw away.
100.
How much were these?
Ooh, I don't remember. 15.
How much are you paying for these boxes?
It's like over $1,000, so like $1,200, I think.
You're paying like $300-$400 just for this box design. Jesus, y'all keep
Great-
that.
great
I think it was
fireplace.
It comes with.
I think it was
couple of
1,000
other stuff. 1,000
Yeah, I think it was 1,000 for the Pro.
for the.
I'm sorry, that's just.
Doesn't it come
And the
with
regular
dual
Pro is like
sense
700,
controller?
right?
Excuse me.
Isn't the Pro like 700
Yeah.
regularly?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah, I
you guys,
believe,
it's
I believe the
collect-
the regular Pro is something like that.
You guys are like, you guys look at that. Look at that presentation. Come on,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
that's
Cardboard.
pretty cool. If you're a
That's
gamer,
cool.
that's
That's really cool. No, it is. It's just not.
Is it?
I wouldn't pay. I mean, it is. It's cool. It's nice. It's a nice thing to have. If what you're asking is it like worth the money, then that's a different discussion. But so far, the unboxing experience looks nice.
I paid when PlayStation 3 came out. I paid $900 for that system.
Which PlayStation is this supposed to be emulated?
I think this
like a
Pro.
competition.
One.
It's the one.
The one.
Yeah, PS1.
If this was my high school days.
One?
I
Wait,
would.
You're saying this is supposed to look like the PlayStation 1?
No,
The color
right?
scheme.
Yeah, it's just the
supposed
color-
to be
it's
Just
the
the color
pattern.
scheme. Yeah.
Of course, it's not gonna look like the
Yeah.
one. It's the patterns. Yeah,
That's a
it's
classic.
the 30th
red.
anniversary.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
I have
this,
those same
this-
pattern all over my controller already, so yeah, I'm good.
It also has the.
I'm a Sony guy, and I wouldn't pay the $1,000
exactly.
for this.
I'll tell you this: if I was in my high
Look
school
at that
days,
$400 poster. Look at that.
I would have waited in line for this. You guys are getting old and
That poster better go in a fucking framing on the wall if you're paying.
You guys are
People buy
getting old and
anything,
cranky.
man.
Boss,
Nah,
And
I mean,
it has
what's
nothing
the
to do with that.
collectability? What's the
Even when I was
collectability?
younger,
you're collectors.
I would
This
not
is
wait in.
cool.
I don't do lines. I don't wait in
This
line
is
for
like-
nothing.
aimed so
John.
much to collectors. This presentation, the limited edition. This is like, yeah, okay, fine. Is it like a gimmick? Whatever, man. But if you're someone
Well,
who grew
yeah,
up with
for sure.
PlayStation 1, this is freaking
It's aimed
badass.
for
We don't-
suckers.
This
Yeah,
it
but what
looks
I'm saying
cool.
is like the PS5 Pro doesn't even have much better stuff than the regular PlayStation 5, so I'm not sure. Just the price. The price doesn't make sense. That's all I'm saying.
I
If it
think
was
this
$700,
package-
sure.
Yeah, I
But
think
why
the
would
reason
it
as
cost
well
that?
this one's more expensive is it because it comes with a controller and all the little bits.
I mean,
and
the
bobs with
controller's
it.
cool. The controller's
Yeah.
cooler than the system.
Yeah,
Comes with a
besides
dual sense.
I think besides the Portal, I think it came with almost everything else that they were selling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that's
the
why
that's the
it
Pro
made it
controller,
so
which
expensive.
is like
The
$200
order
or
should
something.
that'd have even been better.
Mm.
Like have it all as one package number. That's dope.
Well, I think that's what this one is right here. I think it's
Yeah,
the came with a regular controller and then the Edge.
Oh, so it
Like-
came with two controllers. Are you sure it came with two?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
pretty
think
cool.
this is
Or
the
one
Edge.
being the
This
regular
is the
one.
Edge right
I
here.
think, yeah. If you bought it like separately, I think it'll be everything in this package separately. It'll probably be more expensive.
yeah, I think it is.
I think something they did that's kind of bad is that they can't remember. I think they didn't put a disk drive on this, and I'm very against digital shit. So
No disc.
Okay,
Yeah,
that I
nice
agree
guy's
with you.
correct. The PS5 Pro is for people that want the better graphics and stuff. That's pretty much it.
That I agree with you.
Hmm.
About the disc drive, I'm like that too. I'm not that
Yeah, but-
gamer that likes the. What are you laughing at, D-Rock? What is it?
I mean, when you get better graphics, you usually upgrade your graphics card. So I'm just saying, like
Well,
they
there's
didn't
your-
do that.
there's
Like
your
people buy this
edition
have a
size
shitty TV. You don't notice the difference.
there. And they could have put like limited edition here.
I mean, 12,300.
12,003 worldwide.
I bet they sold those out in like the day, too. Those 12,300.
Oh, bro,
Hunter,
they sold
the
those-
graphics are better on this, right? It's just like
Yeah.
how much do you notice?
Well,
And
apparently
also,
someone was saying it was having trouble processing 60 frames per second.
on this.
Well,
With
that's the
Elden
only
Ring.
thing that they improved on the PS Pro. The only thing they improved was trying to get a better frame rate. They didn't improve graphic fidelity because they did not they did not do anything to the graphics card. It's the same graphics card.
That new upscaling that they have, Pisser.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's all AI. It's all like
Isn't
upscaling
isn't-
and AI.
Yeah, but like I mean, it's the same on PC when you use DSSLR. what's the best like upscaling, the anti-aliasing that you could use on PC? It's the same thing. If you don't use it, you'll get shitty frame rates on most games on PC, right? Although the one that PlayStation is using is not as good as what Nvidia has on their cards.
Well, no, yeah.
Yeah, but also, what are you paying for those?
Sorry?
Probably the price. But also, what are you paying for those? Probably the price
cost
of the PS5
the cost
Pro.
of that graphics card is the same as the PS5 Pro, just for the graphics
Yeah,
card.
and then you need the rest of the computer.
And then in 5 years' time, you got to switch out the graphics card anyway, so it becomes obsolete.
Yeah.
And you can't resell it either.
What's going on, Richard? Good to see
Hey
you.
man, if you're talking about obsolescence, consoles, don't even talk about PC because
Ross, great to see you, man. The Sydney crew are ready and well oiled. Wow, cheers.
Theo, what are you guys doing down there?
I don't know, man.
X-Men says, what's going on? So y'all bitch about Bishop over $900, but then they'll pay $1,000 for a damn PS5 Pro when I got the PS5 regular. It works just fine. I don't know. I don't know.
It's just the vibe. You want that vibe, then it's worth the money, I think.
100%. It's not. Well, okay, I'll hit it. Let's see. Nice
It's
guy.
on
What's going on?
It's on the
That's
person.
That's a weird
It's all on the
perception of
person.
value, and
Hey yo, what's going on? Good to see you. Happy Friday. Let's see. Who else is in here? John would keep it sealed forever. I'll tell you what I would do with it. In 1 second, I'll tell you.
Indiana Jones will find it in a couple.
Someone said, I don't remember what it was, another stream, an archaeologist would find it like 2,000 years later, my collection, all in boxes. But let me tell you, no, with that, if I had like not that I had expendable money, but if I had money where it was just like whatever, and maybe I wasn't in this hobby, I would have my one PlayStation, and I would buy that separately as a collector's item to display properly behind glass.
There is people that do that
I would
buy like every version of the console. If like they really love a certain console,
For sure.
they'll buy every variation of that console.
For sure.
And it's like just like we do with the statues. They display them.
I think that's such a nice homage. Except I have a little bit more connection to the PS2, so I could see myself doing more with a PS2 because that was really my first. Like I remember waiting in the car while my parents went to. Well, my mom went into the Best Buy and got it and hid it, and then gave it to me for Christmas. Like that was like my first. I have all the old systems that were my dad's, but then that was like my first system where it was like a gift, and so I'll never forget that.
I agree. That was also my first system.
But that was also like my the one that really got me into gaming, so I can't say that.
Yeah, same.
And
that
then
was
like
my first actual system.
that was your first, yeah. And then like PS3 and Xbox 360, I waited outside for a Best Buy with it, and I had some in high school. I was gaming. I always liked a good game. Grand Theft Auto, man. There was at some points where I was even thinking of getting into video game design, but then I woke up and saw that's not a reality. And
you dodged a bullet, man.
Now I'm in YouTube. Yeah,
those people are suffering right now.
Yeah, they get treated.
Some of
like
them
shit.
they get laid off like shit.
No,
they get paid very well.
Yeah,
If you can get a secure job, like if you get the right job at the right
I
company,
think
you get
depends
overpaid
what
crazy.
studio you are, what like studio you're at, and all that. But it's like anywhere really. Depends on the company.
Well,
but
that's a way to do it. 12,300. That's not a lot. All right, let's keep going. That's it. Anything else? You guys like? I feel like
is that number significant to Sony? Does anybody know? Like, why 12,300?
I think that might have been the initial release date.
They said something about that, but I think some of the zeros are not meant to be there. In the video where they first announced it, the guy, the CEO or the co-CEO said something about it. About the number.
The two zeros are added on because it was December 3rd. So the
Gotcha.
12.3 does, and then they just added zeros because they got to sell more.
And
Because they gotta make money
they've been doing it
somewhere.
with every. They've been doing it with every generation because like the PS3, they had like a translucent blue one that they came out with. I forgot what that one was.
You know what? So
20th anniversary or some shit like that. I forgot.
You know what's so sad about corporations now? They try to sell nostalgia to you at every turn. That we've gone to the point where they're trying to sell shit to us from 5 years ago. Remember that? Like, it's not long enough for me to feel like nostalgic about it.
Capitalism at its best.
Yep.
They're gonna start selling like PlayStation 4 skins for the PS5 Pro.
I got the perfect.
Like, oh, guys,
I got the
remember
perfect
good
example
times.
for you. Perfect example. I was just talking to my wife about this before the stream. Disney is doing it right now with
It's
Moana.
so sad, dude.
Moana came out how long ago?
Moana came out.
They're
They're gonna do
releasing a
Frozen
Moana
2, I'm
2
sure.
and a Moana live action right now at the same time.
Crazy.
Like, what
Yeah.
the heck? It's
Yeah,
not
Moana
even
was 2016, I think.
Yeah,
Hey,
like, what?
Disney needs to get on. They have some good animated lines there that they got to get back on. Monsters Inc. And
Honestly, they need to just stop doing the live action shit. Like their
Yeah,
live
I
action
don't-
movies.
yeah.
They're bringing back
But that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna bring.
I wanna
They're
see
gonna bring
Boo
Monsters
again.
Inc. to live action. Watch, I guarantee you.
Oh,
And
that's
it'll just be a
ridiculous.
big CGI movie. Watch.
I need
It'll
to
just
see
be the same
Boo.
as
I
it
want to
was.
see the door come back. Like, I watched that movie like probably 5 times this week, and
What is it? That's a great movie.
oh, that ending gets me every
Great
time.
movie.
It doesn't even matter how many times that ending when he walks into the room and she's there or whatever. Man, do that again. And do that now where she has kids or something. I don't fucking figure it out.
John, you keep wanting like to see these movies from your childhood where the kid grows up and has kids. It's like you want them to live your life. Like you want the movies you want to be a reflection of your own life. It's weird.
Speaking of that,
The story of John.
Speaking of that, Toy Story turns 29 today.
Wow.
And
29
still,
years old.
they haven't done the movie where Andy has his kids. Don't worry.
Don't
Disney
you worry,
is
it's
creatively
coming.
bankrupt enough to do it eventually.
Oh, it's coming. Toy Story 5 is coming.
First they're gonna make the live action Toy Story 1.
Andy's
I
gone. He's probably dead in the
No.
new one.
Oh, there he is. No.
Toy Story 5 opens in a graveyard.
Well,
Yeah.
Slow pan.
With a necromancer playing with Andy's corpse.
well,
Arise.
we
Arise.
need Andy. Listen, this is you want Disney to make money? I'll
Here
tell
it
you what
is.
they need to do
Here's
right
the
now.
genius,
Right
everyone.
here.
Quiet.
Nobody
Genius
pays
talking.
attention. Nobody pays attention.
Yeah.
Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc.
Here it is.
The way they did it's good. Better than Toy Story, in my opinion, with the sequel. Because you got to Toy Story 4, and it's just like you ruined my childhood. That needs to be wiped. Like this Toy Story 4 is the equivalent of the sequel trilogy for Toy Story, okay? For Star Wars fans. Now, with Monsters Inc., I need to see that door come back and him see Boo again as an adult, as a whatever. That's what we need. That's what I need in my life. And for the statue companies, if you can make a statue with oh my god, the monsters names just escaped my mind. Sully and who's the other one? Mike.
Mike
Wazowski.
This guy had a pitch and didn't remember the names.
Let me a statue with Sully walking through the door, and he has Monsters Inc. on one side and Boo's bedroom on the other. Day one.
Boo's probably a stripper, and he comes to your door. she's probably a stripper.
Oh god. I'm trying to kill John's dream. But John, you know, it's because of consumers like you that we keep getting these creatively bankrupt ideas. Because you go out, they're like they dangle like a piece of your past in front of you, and you're like, oh yeah, give me some of that.
Yep.
And you just say, take all my money.
I like how Buck just went straight Vince McMahon on here.
Like, oh, remember this from when you were 5? And like John's like, oh yes, give it to me, please. And then they make a shitty version of it, and you still pay for it, and you're like, please keep giving me more slop from my past.
John's the reason we're getting a fucking Ice Age.
Don't you want new stuff? Don't you want
I'm not
like
done.
stuff
Hold
that's
on.
like new?
They suck. Everything new sucks.
I think everything in
And
general.
so you
sucks.
want them to
Besides
you want the
Penguin.
same you want the
There's-
same people yeah, see Penguin like is something new. We got that. You know, don't you want more stuff like Penguin?
All I want to know, I can just give me Andy reuniting with those toys again
God.
and giving them to
Here
his
it
kids,
is.
I won't ask
Again.
for anything else.
Again.
I won't
That's a
ask
lie,
for
John.
anything else.
Today, for the first time, I heard you talk about Monsters Inc. and you want the
Okay,
version.
Maybe we could get a Jumanji 2 happening.
Exactly. Look at that. The
Without The
list
Rock.
isn't gonna
You did.
end.
Yeah, you got a 2 and a 3.
And maybe see, it's all Robin Williams. So
AI
this is
is
Doubtfire.
gonna get so good. John is gonna be like, or in fact, they're gonna get the power to reanimate corpses. And John's like, please exhume the corpse of this person that was so cool when I was a child, and bring them back to life.
It's
Use
true,
your
though. I'm
necromancy
sorry.
to make it so that they
He
can
thinks
dance like
everything.
puppets on the screen for
This
me.
is the problem. The kids nowadays are growing up with so much technology, nothing compared to what we had. Right? We had to get up and change the damn channels. Well, not that old. We had remotes, but VCRs you had to rewind and.
I didn't have a remote. I had to get up and change the damn channel. We had 12 channels on a selector, and you had it. And if you weren't there to watch a series or a movie, then you missed out. You had to look in the TV guide and see when the next time it's coming up. So
I'm telling you, man.
I remember the TV guides.
yeah, I remember them days.
So
I remember my mum and dad. I think the first time I watched Batman '89, mum and dad had taped it, so like an old tape record, like VHS tape, and there was they'd pause it where the commercial is, and then they'd start it afterwards. Yeah. Crazy.
That's how it was. And remember,
That's how it
Theo,
worked.
No,
Theo.
it was cool. It's cool. John was making a face that made me burst out
No,
laughing.
I was looking at Buck, and Buck is killing me. Theo,
Buck's not
and
used to hearing
if
the
you
Aussie
remember-
accent.
if you remember, we even had, if you wanted to burn a VCR, you'd have 2 VCRs, and you can burn 2
Yeah.
tapes or something.
If you want to burn a VCR, you set that shit on fire.
But you're right. And then, yeah. Anyways, what I was getting at is these kids have so much technology and at their hands, and these studios, but the storytelling is atrocious. You don't get those Mrs. Doubtfire movies. That whole
Yeah,
I
that's a
can
fucking
name you-
pinnacle.
What was it? John, you're the only person I ever hear talking about this stuff.
Doubtfire is up here, pinnacle of art, guys.
I never heard of anybody talking about Mrs. Doubtfire besides John.
Don't worry, John. Don't mind them. They're just haters. Soon
I'll
enough,
tell you,
soon
if
enough, they'll be able
J&T
to
did a
bring
Mrs.
Robin Williams back to life.
If J&T did a Mrs. Doubtfire, I would be in day one.
Here it is.
You would be the
Said
only
that
one.
live.
Right now.
You'd be the only
That's
one. Yeah, you'd be the
One of one.
Yapping.
Anywho, I would that one I'd fork the money over, no problem. But seriously, they just got to get back to good storytelling.
Yeah. But I think there's still some good stuff. It's just it's not the same kind of good stuff you had when you were a kid.
Who else we have in here? We got Dennis stopping by. Happy Friday, Dennis. Just some bum. What's going on, man? Jesus, good to see you, Tony. Good to see you, Tony. Got his LBS shipping from Todd. Congrats, man.
I think it also comes down to the amount of stuff being made. Just little insider info here. There's so much shit being made that there's no way they could like pay attention to all the stuff being written. There's just too much. There's too many people involved. There's too many writers. There's too many people making it. So everybody wants to get paid. Everybody wants to get paid. Everybody wants to work. So they keep pushing more stuff out. As long as the money's there, they'll just keep making more and more stuff. And they make it
everyone binges shit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone binges shit these days, so everyone wants to consume straight away. Bang, bang, bang. No one wants to.
Streaming is pushing like more
streaming's
and more
gonna kill
more and more content. Yeah.
But they've changed the like drop schedule.
If you go back, but if you go back and
everything
think
at
of
once.
like, if you go back and think, it doesn't matter. If you go back and think of when like something like Batman '89 came out, how much stuff was actually coming out at the theater every year? How many movies were like you need to go see a movie? Like 10 movies a year that were actually like, a thing you go do. Like it's a bigger event. It actually matters a little more. And so I think maybe
the problem is most of them were heavy hitters too. Like most of them were heavy hitters that came out back then. Like
well, they had to be.
New IP.
They had to be better. Yeah, they had to be better, and they had to take chances because they didn't have all this content ready. They weren't paying 400 writers to write constantly, and keep stuff just flowing from a writer's room just all the time. Hey, we have all these IPs. Just keep writing stuff for them. Just keep writing stuff for these IPs. We must keep these. We must keep Star Wars alive. We must keep all these things alive that have been around for 40 years now. It's like that's what they do now. So, plus you get streaming services constantly ordering small budget stuff that's like real quick to make and post it really quick. They can get 15, 20 made in a year easily and put them out, or more if you're somebody like Netflix. So it's just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just want to get back to enjoying stuff. I know these kids watch this stuff. It's people on. It's become YouTube. I think YouTube's taken over with. You see kids playing with monster trucks and this and that. And where's the Disney that we grew up with? I don't know.
That's why we watch all the old Christmas specials, because the old
the old stuff is still there, John. You can go watch the old stuff. There's a lot of it you haven't seen.
You try putting on 101 Dalmatians on for your kids nowadays. It's not the easiest watch, you know.
Why?
Yeah, because it drags a little.
Exactly. So some of the stuff back then wasn't good either. You thought it was good because that's the only thing that they were giving back then. Not everything back then was good.
Yeah,
you just thought it was.
I put 101 Dalmatians on. You see how fast they scatter. Yeah. Anywho, but Toy Story stuff like Toy Story, Monsters Inc. and stuff. Oh, kids love that, man.
Toy Story, Monsters Inc. and
Super Mario Brothers.
This is
Super Mario Brothers was good.
That's it.
This latest Super Mario Brothers movie they did was really good.
It was all right.
I enjoyed that.
It was like, damn, Vega, we agreed on that.
Yeah.
Jesus. The world's.
It was like it was fun, but
it was fun.
It wasn't like.
I like to see how they threw in aspects of the game.
Fun to watch one time and never see it again.
It was.
Yeah, that part was cool when he played the piano. When Bowser plays the piano, like the round, and that was cool. Jack Black did well there. All right, let's get into it. We're gonna peel the onion. We're gonna still stay in topics. We're not gonna necessarily talk about the new stuff yet, but I wanted to kind of cover this topic. Tweeterhead. The update from Tweeterhead. You guys chime in the chat, on the panel, of course. But a few things to discuss. I'm going to bring up the first big one. The first big update was Chad was on BSC's channel and gave us the update that commencing November 21st, which was yesterday, and into 2025, when you purchase directly through Tweeterhead via their website, all sales will be final with no refunds.
Not legal.
This is strictly okay. Well, before we get into that whole legality part of it, this is all sales. Sorry, no refunds. This is through Tweeterhead directly. So if you purchase through Sideshow, you abide by Sideshow's policies. But what do you think? What do you guys think about this now?
It's anti-consumer.
What'd you say?
It says anti-consumer. Did they say that if they miss their release window, like they've been doing constantly, they'll give you your money back instantly?
So what they said was
that's illegal as well, by the way.
Let's see what they said. So what they said was, yes. So they stated that if it is their fault that an item is delayed, then that'll go up for consideration to receive a refund. Now,
okay, hold on. No, I have a big issue with this already. I have a big issue with that statement. What makes it their fault?
Okay, so I'm going to explain to you.
That's my question. Like, anything that's outside of their purview is like not their fault.
No. So right now, what's going on? Where it's been publicly announced that there are issues at the port and issues with shipping containers and so forth, and there's you can see that there are delays throughout the entire hobby with companies. They wouldn't consider that a delay warranting a refund.
What if my company lays me off and it's not my fault that I can no longer afford their stuff? Can they give my money back? No, I didn't plan for that.
So that's the thing. They at that point, from what I understand from watching the stream is that's on you, man.
That's my point, right? They're like saying, "Oh, this isn't our fault." Like I feel like they're asking so much from you, but they're not willing to put up the same like level of like they're asking you to put so much of yourself out there. Pre-order this way in advance. We have this much leeway to mess up. They still have a wide margin for themselves, and they're leaving you so little room. And that, like I said, like I guess the inverse of them saying there's issues at the port. I'm like saying, for some reason on my end, that's beyond my control. I'm unable to pay. Like I said, I get laid off. I need to reroute all my funds. Are they going? I can't finish off I put down a deposit. Can you give me back my deposit? I can't pay you back. What if my company is like a big corporation like Boeing or something, and it just laid off a bunch of people? It's in the news, guys. Can you give me back my money for my deposit? I know, like my point is, but they're saying like at the port,
they're using the same
side of their scope. Like, why should it matter to you as the collector? What kind of difficulties they have, and they don't care about yours. It's
now something I want to clarify, because I think I've been listening to a lot of crap on YouTube lately talking about this topic. Like, just I don't know. I think people are losing their minds, to be frank. But here's what I have to say. I think where we have to draw the line here is, if they were doing this process and saying you're losing your NRD, I think that's fair game, right? You put your NRD down. Under no circumstance can you get your NRD back. It'll be considered a final sale. But the issue that I have with Tweeterhead personally is, when you order through them directly, they pigeonhole you on their site. You only have two purchase options. You pay in full and get the discount, the $25 discount, or you set up a payment plan. So that's your two options. You don't have an option to just put down an NRD and that be it, and then pay upon delivery. So that's where this new all sales are final. That's where that gets a little iffy, because then, hey, that's it's one thing. You hear a lot of people saying that, well, it's gonna now clear up the people who order from FOMO and don't really like the item. They're just buying for FOMO. Okay, that's fine. Of course, people should always be buying what they love and what they can afford and with their own budget. But hey, life happens, right? Life happens unexpectedly.
So why do you think they're doing this now, John?
But it's not going to do that. So go ahead, John. Answer his question.
So this is happening now, and he went ahead and mentioned this, is they gave back over $100,000 in refunds.
Oh.
So they say that they're a small business and they can't keep that up. So Vega, you were gonna say?
Just in regards to the FOMO, I think that this particular policy on its own, yes, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't sound right, but I can understand. But I think it becomes more egregious when you include the second policy that they started with the 30-day timed releases for the pre-orders on their website. Because if you're saying, okay, too many people are ordering out of FOMO and whatnot, and it results in a bunch of cancellations. So what we're going to do is, instead, you better really think it through before you order and really ensure that this is what you want. However, you only have 30 days to actually do that now.
Hey, Jose. Yeah, they're putting 30-day windows on everything going forward. Yep.
Right. And I think, to whoever's point, I think everyone's point, right? They are saying we need to come to the table and be sure that we are willing to pay this amount because we're locked in. But they are not coming to the table. They're coming to the table with the bullshit about the shipping. But they also are not coming to the table with, hey, so we are saying that this is what you are ordering. However, if it doesn't come in time, maybe that'll be taken into consideration. If the production quality is not what we said it would be based on the prototype that you are ordering, doesn't matter, right? There's a lot of things that they are not coming to the table with. And now it's an extreme shift. It went from black to white because they experienced this large shift in finances, because yes, it was over $130,000 that they lost due to cancellations, or no, 130,000 something that they had to pay back in returns. I don't know what the losses are if other people picked up those orders. I have no idea. But it goes from black to white. It's like, oh shit, that's too much. Our return policy, we are way too open with it. So now we're just going to completely shut it off instead of having any sort of ramping up, and just adding a few more stipulations to it. And then what I find the most egregious is you set it on a stream and people are talking about it on Facebook. That should be a fucking big banner on the front of your website if you're going to be so damn proud about your new policy. What about the people that don't keep up with all this shit and they're going to your website to order, especially the next day when you dropped multiple statues? How are they?
I'm actually happy you brought that up because I went into their site to get the news like I usually do, and it says it nowhere. I haven't tried adding something to the cart because then I'd have to log in and all that. But if somebody, whether in the chat or on the panel, can actually try that, if you add something to the cart and try to go to the final stage, does it state that
all sales are final?
All sales are final.
You have to go through into the information to find it.
See,
fine print. Like you gotta like click on. Did you see it somewhere, Vega?
Yes. Tweeterhead, and you go to the little menu, and it's information, the information bar there, and you scroll down, and then under Tweeterhead return policy, it now says all sales are final. All purchases made through Tweeterhead are considered final sale. No refunds, cancellations, or exchanges will be issued once an order has been placed. Then it notes for defective items, if your item arrives defective, we will work to resolve the issue promptly through replacement pieces or store credit.
Yeah, that's what they said live as well. It's not going to be a refund. You're going to be able to get a replacement. Let's say something comes smashed, or something comes defective. It's a replacement. Where did you see it? Under?
Yep, and scroll, or it's higher up.
Under where?
Yeah, just keep going up. Up. There.
Return policy.
Under Tweeterhead return policy, all sales are final.
Yeah, so that was up there.
Yeah, but who goes to websites and goes through the information tab?
Yeah, really.
Nobody.
Oh, Mr. Freeze is up for pre-order. Oh, yeah, I like that one. Click.
Well, you're going to notice when we get into the news portion, I made a commitment that any Tweeterhead product that I discuss being sold through their website directly will have a sticker saying all sales are final.
I think it's questionable. That sounds so odd. You can't cancel an item you purchased.
Right. There's something, yeah.
So
there is a workaround. There is a workaround around it.
It's called a credit card.
Exactly.
It's called PayPal.
Yeah.
Don't suck these balls.
Yeah. So technically, you can go to your bank and cancel the payment.
So what about Sideshow? Let's say you order through Sideshow, then you cancel through Sideshow. How do they deal with that with Sideshow?
Well,
Sideshow has their own return policy,
the bigger
and
company.
Cancellation policy.
Right. If someone else distributes your items are subject to that company's policies, not your own.
I'm also curious. Did they say over what span of time they lost 140K? Or
they said just this year.
Just this year?
Like leading in.
I believe so.
Well, you know what happened this year? They were behind on a lot of shit. That's what happened this year.
Behind on a lot of shit. Yeah.
So
that's
I don't
why
know,
they had refunds.
Maybe that's why they got refunds. And 140K from like statues, I don't think it's that many statues, to be honest. Let me see.
While you're thinking there, D-Rock, you had put something in the chat in regards to legalities that you looked into. What was that about?
I mean, it comes back to the whole shipping thing that we deal with, and a lot of these companies are overseas, so probably doesn't apply to them. But with Tweeterhead and Sideshow, I mean, they still have to follow like FTC and Consumer Protection Agency guidelines, and some of those guidelines state that if you're doing pre-orders, and I mean, I looked it up, and that's what I posted. I'm not going to read it verbatim, but basically, if you're doing pre-orders, that means you're not providing the customer with a product in hand when they're giving you money. And once you do that, you're under some regulations and laws from that point forward. And those laws are basically you have to give a date, and you're supposed to meet those dates. And if you don't meet those dates, you're supposed to come out and tell people you're not going to be able to meet those dates. and it's up to the customer at that point to decide whether they want to cancel or not. If you notice on Sideshow's website, unless you click a button that says protect my order, I don't know if you guys order a lot of stuff on Sideshow or not, but if you don't click protect my order, by basically that's you signing a legal document that says I'm cool if you guys are late. That's basically you saying, their legal team has said if you put a button on the website, we can say that that's somebody saying we're okay with you guys being late. Just keep my money until it comes out, right? I never click that button, and the reason is if they are late, they give you a full refund. And the reason they do that is because that's like the FTC law. That's literally in the law that if you are going to be late on a delivery that you took money for up front and you didn't deliver a product, you then must give a reasonable expectation of when that product's going to come. Which, I mean, do they do that, or do they wait for everybody to gripe and complain and then like put stuff online until the point where they can't not answer? And then they come out and say, oh, stuff's delayed, shipping's the issue, and shipping and container and shipping and container and shipping and container. I've heard that on the last 3 shows they've come on the BSC channel on that. It's like the same every time.
They don't ship by air at all. There's no option for that.
I guess not. It's all containers. It's all containers apparently, but also it's like, I'm pretty sure on the last 2 shows, I mean, I'm like 90% sure I've heard him say the same thing about these containers coming on the last 2 times he's
Yeah,
been
he
on
said
the
there's
show.
a few. We're gonna update that too. But
Well, he said that on the
right.
last show too. It's almost the exact same thing he said on the last show, which is, "Oh, those containers are coming." I'm like, "Well, damn, where did they go? The moon? Did they ship around, and into orbit and then back down? And are you getting Musk to shoot a rocket over with it later?" I'm not understanding. They do not take 4 months to get here once they're shipped. You know what I'm saying? So if you keep saying things like, it's just like XM all over again. If you keep saying over and over again, they're coming, but you just keep saying the same thing. Eventually people do exactly what they did, which is cancel their orders and get refunds. The problem is when you take a deposit, whether you say it's non-refundable or not, if you don't meet the expectations, you're technically supposed to give them their money back. Once you don't meet the timeline, if you're late on a statue, that means you should be giving a refund if somebody.
And he mentioned that that's something they're going to look into.
But he also tried to buy himself an out. He also tried to buy himself out immediately by saying, if it's our fault. What does that mean? If somebody in your office screwed the paperwork up, I don't care if the shipping container is running late. That's your issue. If you can't meet the expectations of the time, unless there's some world event like COVID happening, everybody understands that. But it's like, just saying containers are late doesn't mean that all of a sudden it's like, oh no, we're keeping all these people's money and y'all, deal with it. We don't care. Because what'll happen is if enough people get pissed off, they could just do a what's the thing where everybody gets together and sue somebody together?
Class action.
I don't think that's going to happen with this though. Like, come on.
I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying, why do they not even care enough to think it's a possibility?
This is such a
John,
simple
I
thing.
sent you a picture.
I'm gonna.
Or no, you're on the website.
Let me tackle one thing at a time. Yeah. So Jeff says, appreciate you sending this, Jeff from Secret Sanctuary. It says it on the item page. So let's give you guys an update. When you're going to purchase through Tweeterhead, scroll down. Let's say we're going to use freeze as an example. Scroll down under description, and you're going to see edition size, price, yada yada, special offer, and then all the way at the bottom, beginning November 21st, all sales are final.
Okay.
I would like this moved from here over here for when I'm making
big
the purchase.
red text.
Yeah,
big text.
Yes.
But also, let's take a look. The black suit Batman that we're going to discuss afterwards as well. They did move it over here. No refund, but it's very small.
It's still too far down.
It's very small.
It's picky, but that's still too far down. Like,
let's put it here. I think here where you can read options, choose your, because here you're concentrating. Here you're focusing. You're reading everything here. Do I want a full pay or do I want a flex pay? And then in red, just put it right here underneath.
It should
I think
be
that's
as close to that add to cart button.
Yeah,
because you have to go there to click. It should be there.
What are their payment options?
Yeah, so that's where they pigeonhole you. It's full pay. Okay. You have to pay the entire balance of the item, or flex pay where you put a $50 deposit and then 8 equal payments.
So via
like
PayPal,
Vega was
or-
saying, I don't know what type of payment plans they use, but like Vega was saying, these two in conjunction with this timed exclusive, which is fantastic. We asked for exclusivity, they're bringing it to us, but these 3 things in motion with this new policy change, it's not going to work. And
I think
I warn any company, because now the big thing is who's going to adopt this. I warn any company, don't think you're going to get smart and do this. If you think you're struggling now, this will bury you. This will bury you.
I think the irony of this whole situation is that they said this policy change was done in part to like people order because of FOMO. Is that what someone said? Someone said that, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's been circulating.
Is that straight from the horse's mouth, or it's from?
I think that was more part of the discussion surrounding it, even on the panel. But I don't know that he used that. I can't remember if he used
it was
the
on the panel. Yeah, I don't know if whether he said it or not. Like, but the idea behind that to say that, and then there's a countdown for you to order before time is up,
right?
And like
but don't have FOMO.
That is ironic. However, I think it's anti-consumer. It's leaving less options for you as a customer. And the thing is, with other situations, you got to decide, do you dislike the company's policies, the way they're behaving, more than you like their product? And it seems like with something like the Mr. Freeze bust, people like the statue more, like the people that bought the statue, they like the statue more than they give a shit about like the consumer rights. So I think that's what it comes down to. If Tweeterhead can make statues that look good enough to dazzle and befuddle and confuse and beguile people, then but people are gonna buy it, and you're gonna keep getting shittier like company policies.
I think with a policy so a couple things. It was mentioned. I had mentioned chargebacks with your credit card company. Again, someone had mentioned in the chat, I think it was Comic Galaxy, or someone, my apologies, but someone had mentioned that's timed. You have a timed limited window to do that. So that's something to take into consideration, both with the credit card company and PayPal. Credit cards, I think, are a little bit longer, but PayPal, I think you're right.
6 months.
I did a chargeback,
did you?
as you know, with certain people. About 5 months ago.
Oh, through the bank?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
wow.
did it through the bank. So that's why I ended up getting a double refund on that item.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Yeah, I
if
remember
you can
now.
remember.
Yeah.
But I sent that back anyway. So, yeah.
What else was there to mention?
Like Tweeterhead stuff?
No, I mean, like in this topic. It was. The big thing on the street, like I said, is people thinking that other companies are going to hop in on this. I would highly suggest you don't. The other thing with Tweeterhead, and I get Chad. Look, Chad seems to be like a very nice guy, respectful, open communication. I'll be honest, like that's the kind of vibe I get. Like if you gave him a suggestion, he would. Honestly, I think take it into consideration, or at least give you the opportunity to sit down with him and discuss. I think the way he went about this was wrong. I think that this could have been more of a community discussion on even within his community, the Tweeterhead group, because he had said that he went and discussed, brought it up to the BSC and so forth. Like, I don't know. I don't know how much of a help. I don't know. I just feel like that's very one-sided, and I think that's why you're getting the reaction of the community. And don't get me wrong, like he knew what was coming, right? He spoke with friends who told him this is going to be business suicide. So the consequences are known. So he must be, I don't know, confident in that they'll be able to overcome this and that this isn't going to impact the business. But I just don't want this to become the norm.
Yeah.
Because when you get the larger companies adopting this, it will become problematic. I feel like
no one's just going to pre-order with the larger companies.
I don't think the larger companies will adopt it, John, to be honest. I think
or any resellers or distributors adopting this.
Resellers, maybe.
Perhaps.
Larger companies.
Because I think this
I'm
takes
not
two
sure.
steps. This tries to take 2 steps forward, but we're going 3 steps back on incentivizing the pre-ordering process, right?
Right. And I think, you know, John, just the point that you were kind of maybe making, a part of this for me feels a bit like the delivery of this news felt kind of not shady. That isn't the right word, but you announced this on just a singular YouTube channel. Yes, there's conversation then that goes on Facebook, but I don't know. It just feels like this needed a bit more than like hiding. Not again, that's not necessarily the right term.
What it is called positive spin. What you're looking for is positive spin. He released it on a channel where he knew you get positive feedback from the channel, you know, and like BSC, he wasn't gonna post all the negative comments. Obviously, I watched the show. He wasn't gonna sit there and post all the negative, like this is bullshit or any of that. It's just, I mean, they even said something during the show about we got some negative Nancy's in the chat. It's like, well, what do you think people are gonna say? Like, you can't talk down to your people at the same time while giving them bad news. Like, you gotta the whole point is you gotta accept the fact that it's not gonna be good news. You're obviously doing a drastic change. And the reason you're doing a drastic change is because you had a drastic problem that you're trying to solve. And you're going extreme one way to try to solve it. Because I guess that's the only way you think you're going to solve it. But in the same time, you're like, oh, no, nothing's wrong and everything's great. And here's a bunch of statues you guys should buy right now. While like puffing up all the pieces on that channel the same. You know, that's the only reason I think that, listen, anything you see where a company comes forward and wants to talk is going to be like that. It's still marketing. It's still marketing, man. He's there to market. It's all marketing. He's not gonna sit there and have a real Barbara Walters conversation or whatever. You know what I mean?
Don't you think that they could have probably solved this by just having a really high NRD, and people that have the FOMO that have to peel out maybe, you know, half the price won't do it unless they're serious about buying a statue. To me, that's the best way to solve it.
I think that's one way to look at it. Yeah,
that's what the distributors have done. Their NRDs have gone up like
for good
so
reason.
at least
like 40% on some. I know one place
but you have a lot of collectors that aren't then would argue that I don't want my NRD to go up. A collector that's more of likes to stagger their purchases throughout a year or multiple years through lower NRDs, then that becomes an issue. But I don't think it's an issue to this magnitude.
Yeah, I hear you, John, but like, it's like you either do that or you say like pay us in full and we're not giving you your money back.
I think that this is I think Chad should adopt the one tip that I think he should become a lot more vocal with his community on his group, on his Facebook group. I think that this could have been alive within his community on Facebook, on YouTube, and that could have been a good discussion. The going on channels, I think it's great for companies to do as a sidebar, but I think big announcements like this should be done primarily through their own group. I think it's very unprofessional, and I'm not going to say names. I think it's very unprofessional to have customers saying, "Hey, this is a concern." And I feel like this is an issue, and then being said that essentially like you're being a negative Nancy and this and that. Like, I think that's very unprofessional. That needs to die in this hobby. That needs to die. There's too much of that shit in this hobby, right? No, every comment has value. If somebody, for the most part, if somebody's expressing frustration, this becomes very frustrating. And you know who I want to really hear an opinion of on this? Collectors like Cool Game. Cool Game and Black Ice. Cool Game buys Tweeterhead product. He's in that realm of the community. I want to hear from really the collectors that really purchase the product directly from Tweeterhead and how they feel about that. How they're feeling about it.
I'll give you an example of how this has affected my buying. The Tweeterhead Panthro, I really like the Thundercats. I've been wanting to get that Panther. I've been going back and forth on it. It's only available through their site.
Yeah.
Now, before any of this got announced, they already have shit customer service. I know several people complaining on Facebook. They complain in the group. They say, oh, and then the guy says, oh, go email this person, or oh, we fixed it. And then the same person comes and complains again and says, you didn't do shit. I emailed, no one responded to me.
Yep.
And that happens so often on Facebook for Tweeterhead. It's like it's I've seen it so often. I've seen it happen to personal friends, close friends. They can't get a response out of the company, and they're trying for several months, right? And then they get like what's the word? Like hand waved away on Facebook by like a representative. They can reply on Facebook when you you call them out publicly, but and they refer you to the email to go to. Your shit doesn't get handled like when it should be. So like that made me pause and not pre-order the Panther because it's only available on their website. Now I'm hearing this. Nah, I don't want that statue. I wouldn't buy from them.
Has anyone heard of Level 52 Studios?
Yes, they're gone.
They basically took $450 of my money maybe 5 years ago on a piece that they didn't deliver, refused refunds. If you go on Reddit and forums, they will have a big rap sheet on how bad that company is and was. They never got back to me. People in the community would have to send, and this is why. I don't know if anyone's ever covered that before, like this studio, Level 52, but if you do your research, like John, if you got a chance, man, and have a look at the forums, they are pretty bad. And I think they were based in the US as well, from memory.
They're based in Washington State, Seattle area.
Yeah. They never gave me refund, no nothing, no emails, literally nothing. So
that's wild.
They pretty much ran off with money from not just me, but hundreds of other people.
Mm-hmm. And that's, you have to, and I think XM has opened a lot of people's eyes this year, right? Yeah. Not to get them entwined. It's just, I think collectors are on edge. It's like, hey, this has been a weird year with pieces, reveals, and these companies are not acting the way they usually do. But one thing I want you to take away is this stream, these shows, any show you see on this channel in general, the Facebook groups, the social media groups, guys, the viewers, the panel members, like, use this as a tool, because I will cover everything. If you share your comments and opinions, it will get covered, good or bad, as long as they are respectful. We'll bring them onto the show. We can debate them with panel members, forward them over to the companies, and that's the end goal here, right? The end goal here for collectors on YouTube, on wherever, that have a social media presence is, how can we continue to enjoy this hobby and make it a better place, right? In this situation now, we've said how we felt. I'm going to read one comment. What I want to do in future shows is really kind of tie in, and I'm going to adopt this next year, is really tie in the Facebook group and the Instagram group where people share their thoughts and opinions, and really tie it into the show, whether I do it on Club, whether I do it as a separate show, just because not everybody has Facebook, or not everybody can tune in live. So this way we could just get cover more of the collecting world, right? I got guys who just hang out on Instagram or just on Facebook or so forth. But I had posted this in regards to the Tweeterhead, the update on the Facebook group, The Everyday Collector, and Craig had made a comment. And I'm going to read what he says. It's a little long, so I'm going to try to go as quick as I can. He shared his experience. So Craig said, I asked the owner of the company on a YouTube feed last night, what is going on with the lack of response from customer service and the delay in refunding people for cancellations. I canceled the product at the end of August, and I'm still waiting for a $900 refund. I know that I am not the only one waiting responses or refunds. The live feed went down like a lead balloon, and I was a little disappointed that all comments about keyboard warriors and people being snarky were made. For a channel that prides themselves on community, I didn't feel very supported. If the snarky comments were directed at me, I wasn't snarky in the slightest, and was just asking important questions which customers are entitled to know. Comments about customers being indecisive wasn't helpful either. Many customers cancel for different reasons, and there shouldn't be any presumption or categorization of paying customers. They don't deserve to be spoken about like that. They helped build Tweeterhead, and some courtesy should be given. Whether a customer chooses to cancel a product or buy a product, the same courtesy and care should be extended to them. Cancellations need to be handled for customers with just the same importance as the business taking the money from them. Customers, as per the terms and conditions, have a right to cancel a product. They don't even have to give a reason. People not wanting to give up their NRD was floated about in conversation, which is irrelevant to me, as I'm happy to agree to the terms in my contract. The whole thing felt like, let's not upset Chad. But at the end of the day, these questions are far more important than new products being promoted. I sent 4 emails to Tweeterhead with no response initially months ago. I had to try to reach out via social media just to get a response. I take absolutely no pleasure in doing that, but it's the only way to get a response. I will take it. After my post, I was then quickly told by a representative that I would be added to a cancellation list that was nearly 10 weeks ago. I tried to get back in touch with the representative on the email. He told me to communicate with, and I have been ignored. I reached out to their new customer service guy, Eric. Still no response. I've now asked the payment company to step in and help, and they have left notes for Tweeterhead. The fact that the company is now moving forward with not giving refunds really comes as no surprise. I appreciate that cancellations are an issue for these companies, but they need to account for that, especially in a hobby that is constantly changing and new and old trends, licenses, and what's popular right now. I've heard the excuse from the owner that they are just a small company watching live shows, and as that may be the case, it does not excuse poor customer communication and lack of response. And when I say that, I'm not talking about no response after a few days or a week or two. I'm talking about months. There are smaller businesses that have much higher standards of customer service. He's had some experiences with some other statues years ago with them. So essentially, Tweeterhead should be taking into account how this affects people. While for me, I just feel frustrated more than anything. There may be other collectors who are ill or may suffer with anxiety. They should be taken into account, and so forth. So, and the thing with him, he got an update. His update was he actually went through the payment processor, and they pushed the hand to get the refund, and he got his refund. So
from the payment processor or from Tweeterhead?
From Tweeterhead. From what I understand, it's from Tweeterhead, but the payment processor created the report. Mm-hmm. So for me, a post like that, getting into details and so forth, like that's what I want. If you guys have the time, that's a lot. It doesn't have to be that long, but customer experiences, guys, they need to be communicated. I don't want to hear on channels, well, this channel's not performing because it's goody and not bad. But then when I put posts out and I'm asking for feedback and customer service experiences and I'm not getting any, then I think, there's, what I'm saying, right? There's a method to share your experiences, and I'm just open to that, right? I get a lot of heat. Trust me, I get a lot of heat, but that's what I'm here for. Like we're here to help.
If I had to guess at the why this is happening, it's that they're having cash flow issues, like every other statue company. Yeah. So they can't easily just issue refunds, even though a lot of people are asking for them, and they're behind on products, so they can't even get like final payments for the stuff that they have available on other distributors' websites. So they can't get money from those projects that are ongoing. That's why now they're trying to move everything to their site, and they're asking you for all the money up front, so they get that money immediately. They're trying to fix that problem, but that problem did not stem from collectors, right? It stemmed from them having issues on their manufacturing pipeline or whatever. And even though that might not be their fault, there might have been backups for some other things that then caused other problems with their money getting funny. It's not our fault. Like we need to get the refunds, or people are going to get them some other way through the card processors, or like if they're using some kind of like they're using FlexPay on their website
Yeah,
to
whatever
process.
the PayPal or whatever.
So those guys, like
partially-
I don't know how good they are about like holding merchants
Don't use
accountable.
partially. Never use partially. That's who I went with first.
I think in this case, partially was used, and they're the ones that helped.
No.
Oh yeah.
Really?
And their website is
But they didn't-
FlexPay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't know.
I reached out to them with the issue because I paid through them with level 52, and they never didn't get back to me. Nothing.
So
they would tell you the manufacturer had to reissue the refund. They can't do nothing about it. They did that with me too.
So what do you think, Vision? I don't want to we don't have to go think, but just to touch on it because you're someone as well who I think everybody said they're tuned. But what do you think about it? If the whole process of pigeonholing you to
I mean, I think like everybody else, I think the NRD part is cool. That's fine because even with my business, I get an NRD and stuff like that, and they don't get it back if they cancel. But if you force me to do a payment plan, I think that's weird, or pay up front, and I think that's weird as well. So I just personally would never just order from them. There's too many companies here that I would like that makes pretty good things as well. So I just wouldn't do it at all. Because even if you make the NRD higher, like I wouldn't want to spend $600 on an NRD that was going to come out and it's actually going to come out a year and a half from now. I just think that's smart. I just rather not put nothing down, get what's available right now. And then when that comes out, then hopefully I can get that too if it's still available. So
yeah, okay, fair enough. Now we kind of it's one thing to share our perspectives and everything, but action plan wise now, what would you guys want to see as an action plan to kind of resolve this? Like Jerry, I know you're like where you got your you get into you collect your statues. Although if your company said this to you, right, whether it be Prime One, whether it be Pure Arts, whatever it is, that they're what kind of feedback would you give them now?
I guess I'm not buying from you no more.
That's it. All right, say Levy.
Like honestly, like I don't know what they could do because like they're not producing, they're not giving refunds. Like I feel like they're doing almost everything bad. Because as a buyer, I would only get stuff in stock, kind of like what Vision said. I would never pre-order from them again. Like, I just take my chance, and if it's in stock, then I'll buy if it's in stock. But I wouldn't order from them because everything's I wouldn't pre-order because everything's taking forever and their communication is horrible. Now they're saying you're not getting your money back.
Yeah.
Do you know why do you know the thing is, Jerry? They anticipated that happening, that people would say, okay, then I'm just gonna wait. That's why they put the 30 days to pre-order.
Of course.
That's literally why they
this
put
was
it
thought
there.
this was thought for anybody who thinks this wasn't thought through. This was thought through. Like if someone tells you this is committing
they're counting money that they don't even have. And I actually did that last year, and I got, like I said, I got cancellation, and it was up to like almost like around $7,000 to $8,000. And I'm talking about fast in 1 week. It was like boom. I'm talking about one person. And the good thing about me is like I always try to be 1 year up. Though. But sometimes something can happen with another family member. You got to help out or whatnot though. And when you have the type of business they have, they're looking at it like I got 300. I got 300 sold, and that's guaranteed money. It's nothing's guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? You got 300. You might only get 100 people to actually commit to that. But they're counting it. They're spending money they don't have. Like, if that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, they're counting the orders, thinking that it's just final.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting like $100,000 in cancellations, and you already spent the money that you thought you don't get that was gonna come out in maybe 3 months from now. It's already spent. Now you're back paying. Now you're backtracking and stuff like you know.
But like even being in this business for as many years they've been in, there should be certain like statistics that just like maintain, like the trends that just maintain for like so the number of cancellations, even if they spiked up. They should be able to see a trend and like spend accordingly based on that.
Yeah, man.
Like, I know if they're being like smart about how they're handling their stuff. I mean, even then, okay, I'm saying that if they're being smart, it might just still not be feasible with whatever situation they have. It's I can understand it from the company's perspective, but at the same time, you can't do this to the consumers. I mean, you can. They're doing it right now, and let's see how it works out for them. Personally, I would never like pre-order from them.
King says Prime One got a chokehold on me. if they did what Tweeterhead did, I would still buy.
Smack me harder, daddy.
No, I do agree with him too. Though I'll figure it out, but I'll just figure it out. Yeah. But I think most
But again,
companies
I would only get on stock.
Jose says companies.
They probably came up. I think a lot of companies probably made a lot of money when COVID because everybody was getting that free money and just spending. So they're still living in that like, well, I got this much money last year, this much and stuff like that. That's why the ESs are dropping and prices are getting higher, but ESs are dropping because they're not getting that. They're not eating that good like they did that year and a half or 2 years. I wasn't even in the game then, but I was like, I'm just going by what I see.
They're not Jose said companies need to have items in stock at least 2 to 3 months out before the delivery date, before they ask for pre-order payment.
See, and I agree with that. I think the whole issue here is the nature of this business is every time you PO a statue, it's a year out or 2 years out.
Yeah.
And that's it. The nature of that alone is a lot of people are going to change their minds. A lot of stuff can happen to them. So you're asking for cancellations. You're asking for people who just aren't going to be able to. And at the same time, they're putting out so many statues that you keep changing your mind because something else new comes out instead of letting the statues they're putting out sink in and let people buy these pieces. So it's a greed-based function right now because they're trying to put out as many statues as they can and
accumulate. Yeah. So you put a PO in and they got a beautiful Hulk statue. You got a PO in, and then 2 more companies put out Hulk statues, and then the same company puts out a different Hulk statue. All of a sudden, you change your mind on something. I mean, it's just the nature of how they do this right now. Where even when I first got into this, which would be like 8 years ago, there wasn't nearly this many statues flooding the market, and it's such a different beast right now that everyone is like. I mean, you're just being flooded with statues, and not only that, but then you're looking at the BST. And there's all these pieces out there going for good prices, and all of a sudden you're like, well, I'll just buy this. I'm not going to worry about that PO. That's way more money. Or maybe I'll just wait till they all come in after retail and buy. Yeah.
So it's changing right before our eyes, and no one can really get a grasp on it. And so these companies are suffering because they're just putting out too many pieces. And the small companies are going to get hit hard. Prime One's putting out so many pieces. Sideshow this year putting out so many pieces. Yeah, little companies are going to get beat up from this. But the problem is you wait too long to get the statues. I don't want to PO anymore for that very reason. Unless I get a real like Dilbert gives really good deals, Marcos gives really good deals and incentives to buy. But most pieces I don't want to PO. I'll wait.
I think now it's
please.
Sorry.
No, please.
Us as consumers need to be smart on what we are spending our money on. And if we keep pre-ordering, these companies are just going to keep flooding the market. So I think I've got no pre-orders now. I'm done. It's my last piece. That's it. It's going to take something really big, like to sort of wow me at this point. Because I've been collecting the 1/3 for 4 or 5 years now. So I'm at a point now where I'm out of space and you kind of start thinking about your collection a little bit differently, about retaining your money and not sort of getting on the FOMO or on the bandwagon as such, and just go, I'm going to pre-order that, I'm going to pre-order that.
Yeah.
So having a vision in this hobby, I think, is one of the most important things.
Yeah.
Because you can spend money really quick. Really quick.
Ale will fix that. Don't forget the return suit coming.
I agree with what you said about consumers being smart about how they spend their money. The thing is, individual consumers, they can make smart choices and do what's best for them. But as a whole, consumers as a group are very stupid.
I
and like
100% agree.
Because the thing is, you'll see a company doing things that are very anti-consumer and abuse the people that buy products from them, and they announce their like profits, and you're like, wow, people are still buying this stuff even after all the shit this company has done. And you go like, why are people doing this? And then no matter, even if you choose to pull out of the system, the company is still succeeding. Your choice made no difference, right? So it's unfortunate in that regard. But as an individual, like the best you can do is, you can choose where you put your money and where you don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I might pull out this segment and put this as a separate video just so people, if they want to watch it, because I know some people are asking for our opinion. So I think we can move on now from it. If nobody else has anything to say, I'll just address quickly what Robert was saying. People can order directly through Sideshow or Collector Zone. Definitely a great idea if you're ordering the regular. The issue is the Tweeterhead product that's hitting their site is mostly the exclusives, which people
They
are
don't
after.
even have
and that
regular
sell
versions
quick.
anymore.
They don't even sell the regular version. So, like I said, I think we covered it, and it's a bad move. I would like to see them maybe retract this and, I don't know, sit down with a group of collectors or their community. I'm sure they have already within their company, but I think this needs to be revisited personally, because it's not cool.
The price will crash in the aftermarket for Mr. Freeze.
I don't know, Mr. Freeze. We'll get it. I got that in the news. I wanted to ask Vega. There were some good things mentioned, some updates mentioned. I have them up in front of me, but you did a lot of the legwork in getting that info. I don't know if you have it in front of you if you wanted to share it, but I have it if you wanted me to share it, whatever you want, man.
Yeah, I don't have it. I don't have it in front
You don't
of
have
me.
it? Okay.
No.
So I'll just take from your notes, essentially. We don't have to spend too much time on this, just as updates. All pre-orders, we got that. So all pre-orders on Tweeterhead will be the 30-day timed releases, starting with Mr. Freeze Bust and the Batman variant we looked at. Pre-orders will be open on those two until December 21st. Right, a month, 30 days.
Yeah.
Plans to announce in some way are all planned variants at the time of initial pre-order. That's a plus. So all variants will be announced from day one, as opposed to the variant game they've been playing.
That's pretty awesome.
That's a plus. Yeah, big plus there. Regarding 1/3 DC bust line, we're looking at the Catwoman, which is completed. Riddler's completed. They're doing a Phantasm, which is completed. Clayface is close to being completed. And there's a few more coming down as well. Regarding 1/6 DC maquette line, there's going to be plans to show the Catwoman purple suit around Christmas. Darkseid's planned for January. Deathstroke plus 5 never before done DC characters by any company in the pipeline. There's going to be a teased big announcement for Thanksgiving. Again, I think that's going to be exclusively through BSC. So we'll keep an eye out there. I'll keep an eye out and share with you guys that information. Again, I'd love to see Tweeterhead take a more of a social media presence and be independent and tackle that information. Nothing wrong with celebrating with other YouTube channels, but I think that initial announcement is healthy to be through the Tweeterhead community. Personally, I think that goes with most companies. Pondering some kind of showcase to share plans, maybe quarterly, and then the full payment we talked about. Full payment, no refund.
I was gonna say, big shout out. I just want to make a point of it. Like, big shout out to them for announcing, for saying publicly that when they do variants, they will announce them publicly beforehand. So, like, you know what it is you're getting from the jump, and you can pick the one you want. That shows that they have been listening to some of the concerns of people in the community. Sure. And
that's
care
a
about
very
that.
big positive. Yep.
Big shout out to them. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's a big positive. And I appreciate, if it wasn't for this payment announcement, I appreciate the 30-day or window to order. If it wasn't for the payment plan, the non-refundable, that would have been a good move as well. In my opinion, keep it open for 30 days. There's your orders. Set your edition size made to order off of that, even if you want. I thought that was cool. All right, let's move away from that. That was a big topic to swallow. We will cover more afterwards. We'll see how things pan out. But again, that's what it is for now. 33 days, guys. You guys know already. Start your Christmas shopping. We started the countdown. Whether Jerry or Vega don't like it, it's happening. So don't worry. Next weekend, we're going to see a tree behind Jerry.
On the 33rd day of Christmas.
I haven't owned a tree in years.
Okay, well.
All right, I'm not that grinchy.
Jeez. A lot of exciting stuff happening on the channel. Announcing officially the 3rd annual Collectors Club Statue Awards. It's happening. We set the date. It's going to be Friday, January 3rd. which is a Friday, so it's going to be a club day, of course, but we're going to be moving the time so that we want to get as much involvement in this as possible. 9 p.m. Eastern time. So we're going from 11 to 9 p.m. Eastern so that people can watch the live show. Because as you know, I love to do the live voting. That's what it's about here. So stay tuned. I'm going to be working hard this weekend to get everything set up. The biggest shout out on the planet to Vega, because the amount of legwork that he's done has helped me tremendously. I just took a look at the work he's done last night. I was like, holy mac. So the biggest shout out to him.
Spotlight him.
Oh, I'm going to do something special. Just a massive thank you. But yeah, stay tuned. We're going to tell you how it is, how it's going to work, all that stuff. So you will be up to date. We got time still, right? January 3rd. We still got time, but we want to give you enough time to get into the Facebook group, look at the categories, and think about it a little bit. But we still working with some good time. So I'm going to try to get this all laid out for next week. So get excited. A rough year, but we can make it fun, right? We can still give the companies that, were there and committed the recognition they deserve. A lot of companies, Iron Studios did great. Sideshow, I think Prime 1 did really well. I think J&D really towards that tail end of the year, besides this Wonder Woman issue that's happening now, they kind of bloomed. So that's the kind of stuff we're going to have. We're going to have fun, make it fun. So appreciate you guys supporting that. Buck was washing another one of his statues.
Unbelievable.
In the sink. I like a part of me died when I saw it.
That's not me. That's not me, just so you know.
That's not Buck. I'm kidding. That's not Buck. But can you imagine that? Like, no. Nope. This is why I keep my PlayStation in the box, because this is what I see. Hey, this is what I see.
There's nothing wrong with this. It's perfectly safe.
Are we sure this isn't Buck? It looks like Buck.
I don't have tattoos. Look at it. You got tattoos on his hand.
I don't know. You don't have tattoos.
I guess we'll never know.
There we go.
Thomas in here. Hope you're doing well. Mitchell, trivia. Now, I have been lacking on trivia, and we're still going to give out the prizes for trivia.
I'm going to win.
Even though Bucks. But don't worry. Starting next Friday, I give you my word. From next Friday to the end of the year, there will be some sort of trivia. If not a full trivia, we'll make it fair. I'm not going to make it like 2,000 points, but there's going to be some sort of trivia just so we can reignite that competitiveness and see what happens. But starting next Friday, whether it be one trivia question, two, starting next Friday, we're gonna do that. I promise you, Mitchell.
Mitchell, there's no need to tune in for those segments. I'm gonna win at the end of the year.
Okay, let's get into it. We have news to talk about. You guys aren't sleeping tonight. Sideshow. Oh, mama. Okay. I will take a back seat on this piece because there's a lot of guys on the panel that are X-Men fans and that have some really good feedback here. I'll give you the updates as to price point. Sideshow dropped their, for the audio listeners, Sideshow dropped their Bishop in quarter scale. We got an exclusive and regular edition. The exclusive with the alternate swap out portrait, you're looking at a price point of $925. It's estimated to come out August to November of next year. Fairly quick turnaround. Pre-order for the collector edition, which doesn't have the swap out, $895. So you're looking at a $30 difference for the swap out portrait. Same release time. I'll give you guys the mic, please. How do you guys feel about this? There was excitement for this in the beginning before we saw. I like the stages that Sideshow took. We saw their output that they said, then slowly painting it. Now we're at what looks to be like the final product. What do you think about the piece? What do you think about the price?
I'll give my 2 cents on this real quick because when Buck goes, I won't get a chance to talk. But
so, like as I always say,
so here's
you a lawyer.
Everyone complained for the longest time the Sideshow bottom feeders, all that kind of stuff, because their pieces weren't painted so well, and they were cheap pieces. I mean, and this is what I felt along. Now they're stepping up their game. There's certainly a better quality in their pieces. The more recent one we're getting, and their prices should go up. I mean, if you want them to produce better pieces, I mean, their prices have to go up. We want more detail and more variety, better paint apps. the prices have to go up. So complaining about the price, to me, this looks like a great statue. Not one I'd buy because I'm not into this piece, but looking at it, I have no problem, especially when Prime 1 is their prices are crazy right now, still way higher than this, and you're getting a great piece. My 2 cents.
I want to say one thing before anyone else goes to that. I made the bottom feeder comment on the stream. Tiered system is where that came from. Not that bottom feeders buy it. Unfortunately, we have to rehash it. Tiered system, and they're still in that tier. They're still the lower tier. If you look, I know Prime 1 was mentioned. You look at that, and we'll show it later. That Superman Alex Ross buy at $7.99, and by God,
nice piece.
Just as an example, I can't speak to this because I don't know anything about this character. But I had to say it because the bottom feeder, Ken, you're like stabbing me in the heart, man.
Sorry, John.
I gotta make a T-shirt. It's gonna be me fishing, and it's gonna be a bottom feeder. That's what I was gonna say. I have to. It's not. I'm gonna live that down. I'm not gonna live that one down. But please, that's a good insight. I agree. I do agree with you. At some point, prices will go up, but man, people really are frustrated though. You hear it a lot of it. But please, Buck, whoever else has anything to say about Bishop.
I have nothing to say about Bishop.
Sorry.
Can just assume that I had an opinion.
One more thing. One more thing. I want to give credit to the artists. Mike Thompson on sculpt, Alfred Paredes on sculpt, Rachel Bucks here, Rubacek on design, and Bernardo Esquivel on paint. But yeah, Buck, no, seriously, I know you wanted to discuss it a little bit. What are your thoughts on it?
I think Ken makes a good point. Although the quality has not really improved on production from what they've been doing. Maybe the extra 200 they put on this will make an increase in production, but I haven't seen it on certain pieces. It depends. If it's like human skin, definitely hasn't improved on that front. We saw the Green Lantern, not a good piece in terms of how that face was painted. Some other pieces, I thought the latest Red Sonja, the way that was painted, the skin was not good. It was bad. But like, if they're gonna increase the price, like you're saying, I agree. If they're gonna increase the price and it's gonna be better looking statue, I'm actually down for that. Mm-hmm. However, I don't expect that's gonna be the case. I think they're gonna get the same thing they've been giving us so far. And if it's for the same thing they've been giving us, then the price is a shocker, you know, especially since this year and just like a couple months back, what we've been seeing, just if you just follow like the size of the statue, what people were expecting, people are definitely shocked. You know, what am I going to do about it? I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to shout and say, I just say this. The statue is going to be TBD on the ES. It's not going to be like Tweeterhead, Mr. Freeze. It's going to be here in a couple months, still there on the website. If you don't like the price point, but you still want to buy it, you can send a message to Sideshow by not pre-ordering it right away, like a schmuck. Like, you know, just wait. The Weapon X is still available, and it still has no ES. What does that tell you?
And people are listening. Like even Vader, I think just waitlisted with a 400 ES right off the bat, the 1/4, and people were really on top of that one. And look how many weeks it took.
Beast as well. Beast, the exclusive, just waitlisted, and it still doesn't have an ES set.
Doesn't have an ES? How does it not have an ES in waitlist?
The exclusive waitlist. Great question. I'm not sure.
That's a good question. And someone brought that up on the social medias. Why are exclusives not having the ES, at least the exclusive?
In the past, when they've done that, they always bring it back. But I think it's another way to give you FOMO because they'll come back. But you know, you don't have to listen to me. Like I said earlier about the Panther thing and like Tweeterhead, when Theo was talking about like consumers being smart, I don't think it's smart to just pre-order stuff that has a false scarcity. Like this does not have an ES yet. There's no
definitely
need
wait
for
for the
like,
ES.
Yeah, you can make it. You can
actually go and buy something that literally has no number put on how much they can produce yet. So it's not in your best interest to buy it right now, I would say. But you know, if you even think it doesn't matter, I'm gonna buy it anyway, and I'm gonna do it now. So why don't I just put my money there right now? Feel free. I just think like it contributes.
You should wait.
It contributes to this excessive pricing if you think it's excessive. If you don't, and you like the product that's coming out, and you even want to pay more for the same stuff you've been getting for cheaper, power to you, right? I'll buy it on the aftermarket. I'll tell you right now, selling is hard because I've been trying to sell. It's just very hard.
I think Jeff brings up a good point, and I can speak to this one because I went to a comic statue at least Steve's house, and I saw this piece, the Penguin, Sideshow Penguin. Now that's a piece I can tell you Ken was right on. I'd almost nominate that for quarter scale statue of the year, best out of Sideshow for that one, because that one in person is really well done. But even
that was
Jeff
priced
fairly.
Sorry, John.
Jeff,
I was going to say that was priced really fairly.
That's 200 more, 220 more than Penguin. How so? But anyone else have any thoughts?
I think the piece looks cool, but I don't know if it's worth that much. I don't think I'd pay that much for it. I mean,
they know even for a bishop though, so that's the reason why the price is that way. I see the value in this because there's not a lot of bishops to pick from. Because like even if somebody say Prime 1 Superman and Alex Ross, there's a lot of Alex Rosses coming out within the next year from 3 other companies. So Prime 1 priced it fairly well, so people would pick them over the other people. Now this one, there's no other bishop coming out right now.
Do you think that's why?
I will say this is probably the maybe the main statue that when I first started a year and a half ago, people are like, I want a bishop, I want a bishop, I want a bishop. So they probably just taking advantage of nobody else is making it. So
I was going to say, do you think that's why they priced it the way they did? Because they knew they could make a little bit more cash from it?
I said that though, because like for me though, I'm a visionary, so I can see this, it's not for me, but I can see it in somebody's setup and how it comes out. To me, it looks good. And I would buy it if I was into this line. And I think the price is good because there's no other options like that.
Well, that's the thing. To your point, Vision, you actually make a point because a lot of the comments on the social media are stating this is the only option. I'm not happy with the price. It's not my ideal bishop, but it's the only option on the market right now. So that opens up the whole conversation as to, okay, well, because a statue is the only option on the market, if you're not happy with the piece, do you just settle and pick it up anyways?
I would hope
not. But again, though, like if you have a big like X-Men collection, like X-Men exclusive or like Vega, like they might say like, you know what I'm saying? Like they want this piece, they wanted the bishop for this long, and you might have to wait another 5 years.
Yeah, but are you filling the space? Are you filling the space because because it's the only option, or because you love it? That's the whole. That's the whole thing, right?
Oh yeah. I can learn to love it, but I would buy it. I would just aftermarket it.
I can learn to love it. That's funny.
He's not the best man out there, Sabrina, but he loves it.
I'll speak as someone who's going to buy this statue because I do like this, and I am not someone who has been sitting around wanting a bishop. I really don't give a lot of shits about Bishop at all as a character. But I actually really liked the statue. And I have an idea of how I want to display him with Cable. I like the statue all the way up until the standard head sculpt. I don't like the standard head sculpt with the mullet. I already talked about how I don't like the positioning and how much it's turned. I feel like the bald head has a more natural positioning to it. Also, he's bald, I'm bald, so there's a connection there. But no, I just don't like the standard head sculpt really at all, and it has nothing to do with comic accuracy or anything like that. It just looks kind of dead a little bit. Not a lot of like life to it, I think, is the best way I can describe it. But I do think, and this is not the only bishop statue I have access to. I am in the custom world a bit. I had access to buy a different bishop. I think this for me is the second best bishop statue I've seen. There's one custom I'd put above this in certain aspects, but I really like this one and I will buy it. Now, to Buck's point, I have been practicing that same strategy of I'm not going to pre-order because there's no reason to. You're not telling me why I should pre-order from you. Pre-order is to me not just a sense of bragging or pride. Oh, I have this one on order. It is a necessity, or it was a necessity at some point. Pre-ordering allows me a guaranteed spot for a piece. I no longer need guaranteed spots. There's plenty of guaranteed spots. And even when a statue sells out, there's you can pick shit up for cheap. I've avoided a lot of purchases just because they were so damn cheap recently. But I will say that seeing the Beast exclusive, which also got a lot of negative opinions when it was released, seeing the exclusive be waitlisted in whatever aspect that actually means and how long that actually stands, who knows. But seeing it does make me think twice about maybe pre-ordering this slightly sooner than I traditionally would. I do like to wait for ESs, but it just makes me think twice a little bit.
Sure.
But
I think the light up feature adds value to this. Like,
that's just what I was about to say, Ken.
Right,
perfect. Fuck this damn light up. I'm tired of these fucking light ups. I don't know how much these light ups are actually adding. I've seen a lot of rumor and conjecture about, this added $200. I don't know if it does, but if it does, fuck it. I don't want toys. I don't need light ups. I don't need electronics. I am trying to collect statues, sculpture representations of things I like. I don't need a fucking light up. I have plenty of lights to see my shit.
I heard a lot of "I" there.
I'm only talking about me. Why would I say anything else?
Agree.
That's why we have Star Wars statues
overrated.
with sabers that don't light up. That's why.
Look, when I think of, I'm sorry, last point. When I think of statue, when I think of buying these things, when I came into this hobby, I wasn't thinking about improved versions of toys on the shelf. I was thinking of shit like the Statue of David and unique forms of continuity in space and fucking Perseus with the head of Medusa and shit. Like, I'm thinking of like these Greco-Roman pieces of art, and that's kind of where my head goes. So anytime there's this light up or this plugin and shit like this, it pulls it away from me, and it really makes me think that this is just a really expensive toy, which in a lot of cases it is. So that's why I really don't care for these damn light ups.
I'd like to add just a little bit to that, though. I think it depends on the statue, because the diorama I have behind me, the light up is a huge asset to this piece. I mean, I like it so much more because of the light up. But if they would put, like, I don't think that light up on this piece is necessary. It'd be like having a Hulk statue with a light up feature. I don't think it's necessary. But I do think certain pieces, like an Iron Man statue with a light up, is really cool, because in movies he's lit up. Like the dorsal fins on Godzilla, in movies it's lit up. I mean, I think that's a cool feature. Like a Bishop statue or a lot of the other statues that have light up features, I don't think is necessary.
Because it's from the Okay,
I can see that, Ken, because my Hulkbuster, my Justice Buster, I mean, I like the light up.
Yeah,
I don't use it that much though, but like if I can not pay $500 more, take the shit out. I'll put a flashlight there. I'll see it.
If the light ups are increasing the product by 200, if that's the reason they're going, then yeah, I think a lot of collectors would say, all right, save the light up.
But again, though, if it was $200 though, my Justice Buster gave me an option. I'm getting light up. Light up.
Yeah.
But again, though, $20, I'm not plugging batteries at all.
Even $500 more for the diorama. I mean, the light up, when I turn that thing on and it's dark in here, I mean, that thing is amazing.
Yeah.
To Vegas' point, I agree that there's some pieces that just don't need a light up, and this for me is one of them. So if I had a choice of buying this with a light up for $995 or without the light up for $200 less, I'd take it $200 less.
Why don't they offer that though? That's what I'm surprised Sideshow don't offer. I mean, it's probably
because
production time.
The engineering went into it.
It costs $20 more to make the light up, and they can charge you $220 more.
Yeah,
they're going to charge you $220 more.
And let's be real. I think that if this came without a light up, a lot of collectors would be saying, I see Vegas' point and perspective, but I think a lot of collectors would be saying, "Hey, where's the light?"
Do you get the video of it lit up though? The one they just posted not that long ago. I thought it was. That's what sold me with the price. I was like, man, that's dope to me.
Yeah.
But it's like I'm not the X-Men guy, but if I was, I mean, like again, I'm not like.
Was it posted as a short?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of them. They did.
It was a reel on YouTube.
I was like, wow, that is cool.
I got it here.
I think it looks nice. The light up.
Yeah,
I'm not against the light up. I just think his portraits are fucking ugly.
That's a man. Though. I'm not looking at a man like that.
I don't care, man. I've been saying it for like the longest time that for me the most important parts of the statue is the portrait, and like it just looks like nasty like this. I wouldn't buy it.
I don't think it look nasty though. But again, I don't judge like man. I'm looking at
Don't worry, Vision. I judge, man.
Yeah, judge for me then. I'm seeing some pictures later.
Anybody else? Wow. Anybody else have anything with this, or you guys want to move on? We good to move on? It's there. Yeah. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Interested,
Yeah,
it is what
like
it is. If it's going to be there. If you like it, congratulations. Again, like we did with Tweeterhead, kudos to Sideshow for listening. It's a character that collectors have wanted. Now we'll see if people will back up the preaching with the funds to add it to the collection.
John, and I'm so sorry. I said acted like it was done. I wanted to, for those people that are unhappy about this, I understand you. Buck sees you, because it sucks when there's something. Premium formats used to be within a certain price range, and you could afford them, and now they're entering the $1,000 price range with these statues.
And that's crazy because Sideshow could never get away from that because everybody gonna live in the past of that. That's why J&D could charge whatever they want because they've been doing this since day one, charging expensive ass shit.
Yeah, but
so now we're used.
But you know why? So but that's because Sideshow
right now was 1/3 and was like 1,500 or 1,400. You guys would be shocked. Like, what's wrong with it? What happened to it? Why is that? Is it premium silicone? So collectors are never happy.
But well, I don't think Sideshow certain quality too.
Exactly.
And like it's not to say its quality is bad. I'm just saying like it's not $3,000 statue.
It's
like
bottom feeder.
So like, and in that I didn't say that. In that vein, like it sucks to be a collector where you could afford this kind of stuff. And I've heard some people saying things like, "And if it's no longer for you, then you got to go to the smaller scale and just be happy with that." You know, that sucks. Like you're losing something. Your money is like losing value. It's just think about it's like someone complaining about inflation, and you know, someone who's richer than you just goes, well, you know, just buy the cheaper shit, man, and be happy with what you got. Even though before you could buy the thing that you're saying you're losing now, you know, it is, and you know, like that person is giving you a realist and a pragmatic, like you know, response.
You just got to be picky though.
But the thing is, like, you know, if you can, you do have to be picky, like you're saying, Vision. My point is, you didn't have to be picky before. People are losing, like you're getting less now.
Yeah, but we can't go back. We can't go back. How far back are you going?
I'm not saying you should.
I think what's happening with Sideshow.
Sympathize.
I think that they're just figuring out their price points because this year has been an example where price points have been fluctuating irregularly. I think with them, one piece will be 700. The Batgirl was what 700 and something. That had a light up, beautiful sculpt. It was fantastic, right? Penguin was fantastic, no light up, but it was a beautiful sculpt. And look at Batman, not Batman, Wolverine, the Berserk Wolverine, a little between third and half. That had a light up. Look at that price point. Like the pendulum is swinging there, and I think they're trying to figure out the price. And that's going to be what it is. You want Sideshow to be taken seriously, in my opinion, and you know, hit up the rosters with some of the bigger companies. You're going to have to hit that production. I feel like production, there were some production pieces this year that just didn't hit. Of course, there were some that were fantastic, but I ask from Sideshow, give us that larger scale premium line if you can, because Sideshow is looked as an affordable option. They've always, to Buck's point, Sideshow's always been looked at the more affordable option. So when we start seeing pieces creep up to this price point, people put their backs to the wall. Like, what the? Prime One's giving me Superman, quarter scale, beautiful sculpt, $7.99 with a light up feature, and then Sideshow's prices are getting up to this point. So yeah.
Collectors, they're collectors being left behind. The forgotten collector. Don't worry, I'm gonna come into collection. I'm gonna make statues great again. Come on, guy, I'm gonna do it.
You gotta do what
back
Jose
in the day,
does.
though, right? There wasn't that many companies, right? So there was like probably a Sideshow and then probably one other, and then maybe in the last 3 years, or 4 years, other people started coming up. So it's just the marketing.
Sideshow and Prime One were really the two big ones. Sort of 5 or 6 years ago, maybe 7. They were really the two main sort of pillars of the community, right? In terms of buying. So there were little ones here and there, like your Tweeterheads and sort of your smaller. There was no J&D, 6-7 years ago, right?
Yeah. Well, you had Cinema Cat.
Yeah.
So if I can go buy, if I was making half the money I was making now and I was buying statues, I only had 2 options: Sideshow or the Prime One, right? Now you got so many options, so we can't have it all. So as a collector, if you can't have and the price is going up too though, but as a collector, if you can't have them all, I would say just pick 1 or 2. Like I'm okay with just 1 or 2. I wouldn't go down to 6. I'll keep my 1/4 if I'm a 1/4 collector, and I'll just get 1 or 2, or wait till it goes at the market, because you can find it for good deals and search around when rents due, and then go in whatever.
Peter said Sideshow Sculpt has always been pretty good, but the paint has been subpar, unfortunately. Peter, you know what I say? Give us do a line of pieces where the artist proofs go up for auction. The master painted projects, when they no longer need them, go up for auction, or do like 2. 1 that can go up for auction. I would love to see that. Remember that auction they used to have back in the day? If you know, Sideshow used to do an auction for charity, and boy oh boy, a lot of them were artist proofs and so forth. Man, oh man, you'd see some long sold out grails and stuff. That was the good old days.
Hey John, did you guys did you guys say what you think that piece should be, what price they should be? Because I was away. I want to know like how much you think it should be. Like what would you say is a good price?
I don't want to. I don't know. We can do that if you want. Vega thinks it's Vega's happy with it. I don't know. What do you guys think it should be? I don't know. I've seen online a lot of people saying between 750 to 800.
735. 735.
Okay, I can see it. Okay, I just want to know. Okay.
It just needs, but it just doesn't have a good portrait. I don't think either one of them are good, personally.
Okay. Just some quick news here. Sideshow actually went ahead and did worked with Ian Goodwin and created 2 special bronze Peacemaker pieces for James Gunn and John. So not me, John, unfortunately, but they actually went ahead and did bronze. So that's pretty awesome. Gave one to James Gunn.
What the hell is it? The year of bronze? Everybody wants to do bronze statues.
Now we got now James Gunn has a door opener. What do you call those? Door holder?
So Sideshow's doing this?
No, not for you, Vision. It's for James Gunn. They only did 2.
Oh, is that the Peacekeeper? Is it? Oh my god.
Peacekeeper, yeah.
Well, that's cool. Just get your table. It's funny.
Oh, they put Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. I was going to say, did they screw that up, or is
it's
it
not
just
Peacekeeper?
His name is Peacemaker.
Is it Peacemaker?
His name is Peacemaker, not
okay.
Peacekeeper.
Why don't I think it was Peacekeeper? I'm running on that Australian time, I think, to be honest.
Here's some in hand of Dazzler and Batgirl. So it looks like Batgirl's getting out of their rut of the delays. Batgirl came out. Dazzler came out stunning. I think she looks really good. The paint matches the prototype very well on this one. All right, that's no one talking now. Everyone wants to talk now. No one's talking. All right.
Are you getting that one, Buck? Aren't you getting the Dazzler?
Buck? I'll wait for it for cheap.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's how I buy this stuff, though. I just control my own habits. That's all I can do. I can't help anyone buy things I want to buy.
Yeah.
Tweeterhead put up the Mr. Freeze bust, limited edition to 200, shipping quarter 2025. Artists on this: Richard Wong on design, Jesse Sandifer on sculpt, Scott Zillner on paint, and Liz Maggie on paint as well. $300 price point. Again, all sales are final. And
this one does look good though.
sold out already.
I must admit, this does look pretty good. What do you reckon, John?
When I first saw it, BSC had the prototype. When I first saw it,
yeah, I didn't see
something
that.
off because he was hunched. Apparently,
okay.
Yeah, apparently it wasn't placed appropriately on the base. So this is how it actually looks, and BSC rectified that. So this is good. It's nice, definitely. I'll be honest. I think these busts. I think there's a lot of potential with these busts. I like them.
It's a good line.
I like this. I like this
Good
shot
line.
right here. This shot's pretty good.
I don't like the colors they used.
With the black.
That was the thing when I first saw
the black and the dark blue, or the gunmetal and the dark blue. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I think
they wanted to differentiate between that old Sideshow one, because that old Sideshow one was more
with
of
the silver,
a lighter blue. Yeah. Damn, I
think it's look good to me.
I think this looks good, man. I think it's gonna look. So. I don't think it's gonna look good in production because he doesn't have like a normal human skin tone, and his eyes are covered. I think that's where they usually mess up, and those things do not exist on this piece. So it's probably gonna look really good in production.
Yeah, I told you already. What I like about these busts is the old Sideshow stands they use for their life size bust that Sideshow used to use. That's a plus. Glass dome, another plus. It's a strong, I believe so. A strong rogues line you can build here. When he announced this line, I envisioned putting a Batman in the center and just having the rogues. If you want to collect on a little bit more of a budget, having that one of your favorite Batman pieces, whatever scale, quarter. Well, it'll work more in third because this is a third line, but centralized, and then having the rogues around it. I think that will be such a beautiful display. But we'll see what happens. We got to see production, right? This is still very fresh.
Have any of them come out yet? Any of the busts?
Superman slated. Like here, look at this.
Nope, because I'm waiting on Superman.
Okay.
Where's my Superman, Chad? Where's my Superman?
You should have Superman Q1 of 2025.
Q1.
It's on the water.
It's on the boat. Don't worry.
It's circling Mars now. It'll be back in about 9 months.
Batman Noir ES of 100. So this was a variant they did. That black suit. 525. You have 28 days to order it still directly. This is a Tweeterhead exclusive. So all sales are final.
Here's a good question. So they sold out the freeze, and I bought one, by the way. So in case anybody thinks I'm just all down on Tweeterhead and all that stuff, I've got stuff through them on pre-order. Do you think this Batman will sell as good after this? All sales are final stuff. You think it'll affect those Batman? Because that Batman's been out for a while. These are all just variants. They're doing the whole, 5 variants of one statue thing again. And it's
personally don't think that Batman's a great piece, in my opinion. But
I think, what really matters is whether the statue is good or not. And I think Mr. Freeze was good. It looks good, but Batman doesn't look that good.
Yeah, I agree.
Superman was supposed to be delivered August 2024. It is around the corner.
That's right, man. That's what I said. It's been a while.
That's why they don't want to give you money back, because they know what's up.
I think I ordered it this month last year. Actually, it was November when I ordered it, so it's been a year.
Do you like this piece, John? Do you think?
No, this is not my. I like this. I like this piece better. So this is going to be 1/6. Yep. I like this piece better than all the other variants. I think this is the best of them all.
That's
personally.
the best color. Yeah,
it gives me that Keaton, that 89 Batman vibe a little bit. This is 1/6, 525. Yep.
So 1/6 is like Iron Studios, or Iron Studios is 1/10.
Iron Studios is a 1.
Iron's
Most of theirs is 1/10.
Okay. So I don't know. Okay.
Artists on this: Guillermo Barbero on design and sculpt, Tiago Zanobini. on design as well. Richard Long, John Rasmussen, Brandon Guerrero, Andrew Huerta. Here's why the price point's so high. Look at the amount of artists. Riley Brown on design, Martin Verhoeven on design, and then Scott Zillner and Liz Maggie on paint. The amount
That's a lot of people for black.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I do. Yeah. Well, I definitely do think this is the nicest one out of the other one. This is the other option.
Really?
This one is now the Sideshow Collectibles exclusive, so you can only get this through Sideshow. Retro edition is what they're calling it. You can get this one though in 6 scale as well as quarter. So 6 scale is 530 and the quarter is 705.
I think these colors work better for this.
I actually like this one because it's like Neil Adams. It makes me think of Neil Adams art. This
A lot of people like this one,
yeah. I'm thinking about it.
I kind of wanted that freeze now. Fuck. Didn't think it was going to sell out that quick, you see? But
$500, John. $500. I'll sell it to you.
No, I know Prime put out their edition, but I even think this would be a great companion piece, or even the kiddos' room, to be honest. We'll see. Maybe some people will cancel. Oh wait, never mind. All right, let's.
Damn. That was the best joke you've done this year, John. That's the best one.
I honestly think, we should just end the show right here because that was just so good.
Nah, that's your best joke though. You hang around me now.
You're gonna go downhill.
I'm tempted.
Man.
Damn, that just came to me too.
Where's your
PCS? Teaser of Ed 209. I think this is gonna be crazy.
How big is that thing on me though? It looks small. I don't know. Ed is pretty big. I know him personally.
I don't even know what scale they said this was gonna be, but look at the guy's hand. Do you think small, man?
Yeah, Ed's big.
I don't know. Well, yeah, maybe.
It's like bigger than the Hot Toy one. The Hot Toy was 1.6. Oh. Yeah, this is.
You think that'd be like big, like that big?
Weren't the RoboCops 1/3 though?
Yeah,
this ain't 1/3. This ain't nowhere near.
I don't think this is one.
Are we sure that's not just perspective?
Could be. Who knows?
Could be. This is like the guy could be very much in the background, like further back than we think.
I think he's touching it with his hand, man.
I don't think he is though. Oh, is he?
Yeah, his fingers.
His hand's right here. Yeah, his hand's here.
Yeah, he's on it. His hand's on it. His hand's the size of the whole arm. So
yeah, but that's the whole arm of whatever this thing is.
Let me go to Facebook quick and see if, or maybe someone in the chat can help and knows.
Yeah, this might be
Jeff said his quarter.
Jeff has said a quarter. Jeff said a quarter.
Quarter.
Why?
Seems small.
Thank you, good sir, Jeff.
You got the price?
It's not
yet.
No, this is all they've shown.
I would love to have that though. I like it too much. That's cool.
Collectors are receiving
I didn't
products
from the movie.
Collectors getting Jason, half scale. So if you're still waiting, it's on the way. And remember, there's some collectors who are getting for Jason. There's 2 boxes. The pumpkins ship separately.
Michael,
so you get. Michael. I always get those 2 confused. Why?
They're cousins.
Because Jason was an attempt to capitalize on Michael.
I always get those 2 confused.
Always a shitty ripoff.
Michael, half scale Michael Myers. Sorry.
Shitty ripoff.
If you order them, comes in 2 boxes. So if you get the pumpkin first, don't worry, because I see some collectors having that happen to them.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you'll get it. It's just going to be shipping separately. That's all. That'll be based on your provider, your service provider. Okay, I wanted to mention just one quick thing because it'll be on my mind in regards to Tweeterhead, and I know we've beaten this with the dead horse. I just wanted to get this out because I made this a point in my brain to say it and I didn't say it. As opposed to them doing that sales are all final. Sales are final. Instead of doing that because they have an issue with cancellations, I would have liked them to come forward and maybe tackle the cancellation issue and find out why are there so many cancellations.
Yeah.
And maybe nip that in the butt from that perspective before going to this extreme. Last thing I want to say, I just want to say I just wanted to put it out there and make sure it's notated that was a point that I wanted to say. I'm sorry, I missed it. Just in case he watches, because I'm going to tag and send and do all that fun stuff. Prime 1 Slan. Do people want to see this quick? It
looks nice.
Out of the box?
Yeah.
I think Vega put her up in there.
Vega's a legend.
John, you still like think the first one is better?
I love the first one. Yeah, nothing's changing my mind on that one with her standing up. Because when I fell in love with the anime was from that God hand scene where she's standing and she comes down and her laying down. I don't need her laying down. That's just me. Beautiful.
That's the first time I've seen one down, a real one, huh? You're like, oh man, that's what it really.
Stop yapping. What's Ken fucking laughing at today? Ken's laughing today. I don't know. He's just I think her portrait she's gorgeous. The portrait's really well done here. The paint app is really well done here. But damn, I love that standing up version. And it's okay to get both, to be frank.
This is 1/4 though, correct, John?
They're both 1/4.
This one standing up's 1/4?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, she's a big,
very large 1/4.
Yeah, she big.
I don't like the throne. I'm just not. I think she's beautiful. I'm just not a fan of her laying down like that.
I don't like the blurs. Not a big fan.
But what's really sexy about this is see how her hand indents the leg. That's what you're paying for with Prime.
You guys go really crazy for that stuff, man. It's
crazy. I love
that. I like how John said, like, that's what's sexy. The indents on her leg. That's what's sexy.
When a woman really grips her own thigh, gets me going. My jingle bells start a rocking.
Don't let them hate on you, John. It's perfectly fine.
I don't buy statues to look at chest.
That's
what life's for.
Yeah, Slan was on the kitchen counter, not for that long for no reason.
You look for the indents, huh, John?
Attention to detail, right?
Get the breast with the indents.
You guys see this new little twist tie thing going on?
Eh?
Anyone else use this? I've never seen.
So you got to flip your statue to open it.
I haven't seen this since little Hasbro toys or something.
I was going to say I've seen it on an action figure and that.
No, Vision.
Rats dolls.
Oh, you're right, Vision. Yeah, that's freaking weird. I don't know how much I like hair dryer. Hair dryer.
You know it's going to be a tough unboxing when.
You want me to hair dry my?
Hold on, let's see if they pull out the boiling water.
Hey, hold it. Can you zoom in on
that one's for Buck.
You gotta say though, she is beautiful, and
it's a nice piece.
This is gorgeous piece.
John, I think you need this in the collection. You're incomplete. You have one set up and one laying down red.
Man,
put this one in the bedroom, John.
Here. She looks a little slimmer here.
When girls laying down, she probably hearing like, you know what? He's already paid, so
John likes them thick.
I don't like I like the first one. I really love that one, but this is a great option. I don't like the hair dryer. That ain't happening. No, not in this household.
Why are they
look at the face?
What are they trying to do? The hair dryer for the hair?
That material there,
for the hair that wraps around the finger.
Yeah, that material is similar.
What if your man is single that don't own a hair dryer? Because
I do not own a hair dryer.
Sorry.
Well, neither do I, Vegas.
Neither do I.
I just start blow real hard to see if I can warm it up.
Well, it's gonna. That's the last thing I wanted to hear. But anyways, Theo, you were about to say something?
I had to do the same thing with the Vampirella because a strand of her hair goes through one of her fingers. That was the only way to do it. Otherwise, you'd literally break it.
Yeah, but I think this goes to Vega's point with the toys thing again. You do that with Hot Toys, when you have to get the hairdryer out. Like, come on.
True, but I think the material, because it's in transit and the certain type of it's the same with this guy here with they're using that plastic PVC sort of material. So I would say in transit, what would happen with all the different temperatures and that, it would actually sort of come out different out of the
Shrink
box.
or move, yeah.
Because even Blitzway, when I was unboxing this guy, I sort of read the instructions for the first time unboxing a statue, and they even said to get some of these pieces put back to where they should be, you sort of need to use a hairdryer because of the temperature and that. So
I've been preaching this since day one. I think climate controlled shipping containers.
Yeah,
maybe maybe if XM had them, they'd be operating.
Are you willing to pay for that, John?
Yeah.
Am I willing
probably
to pay
extra?
For it?
You know, that will increase the prices
$500.
of the statues. I don't want climate control. I'll get the hot water out.
I'll get
I
that.
don't
Look at
mind
the
doing
face.
that,
This is
doing the hair
beautiful.
dryer.
I want to see it in people's collections, but yeah, I like the sub base they did on this one. That dark, kind of angled leading into the demons there. Really nicely done here.
Is yours 1/3 or 1/4 as well?
Mine is quarter, but it's massive quarter. Like,
yeah, I thought that piece was 1/3.
her wings, like,
Don't
you
know
guys
why.
don't even comprehend how they pulled off those wings to look like leather, to the texture, the detail. Man,
Keep on the back of that foot, clean or dirty.
Berserk is their moneymaker, alongside with Predator, in my opinion.
Damn.
But
no, yeah, fuck.
No,
that.
I agree. Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
If it was,
I think their video
the
game
edition
pieces are
sizes would
doing
show
well.
us something else.
well, maybe now, but Berserk? Are you kidding?
Yeah, because of COVID. I think Batman too. I think Batman gets him a lot of money.
Speaking of that, here's Superman, the Alex Ross. I
like
kind of
the price point.
examined this a bit when I examined this a bit when I was doing this show. This is the first time I really took it. Man, this is really $7.99 for quarter scale Alex Ross Superman, coming in at 2026. You're looking at February to May 2026.
I personally think. Sorry, but
go ahead, Theo.
I personally think Blitzway had maybe something to do with the pricing, because I feel like a lot of Blitzway's 1/4 are real, like just from their studio, are really priced accordingly.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion, but yeah, I think it's a pretty good piece for that price, in my opinion.
I just like to see them tighten up those seams on the arms a little bit. I think they were they're kind of well blended into the suit.
Yeah.
But just that is the only point of contention that I have looking at this that worries me in the back, is just those seams at the arm a little bit. Especially if it's kind of like not a very good magnet, it's not going to tighten it appropriately. That's all I can see to this.
I think they said they're going to change that, right? Though, but if they didn't, though, I think it's still good enough to buy.
Still good, like it's folds, right? Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I think this was wild. They included the sculpted cape and fabric cape. Look at this back.
That's nice.
Buck, let's know about the back, Buck. What is it? Is it good?
No.
It's not a back.
It's not good?
No, I said I'm not going to talk about back anatomy.
Okay, I don't know anything about back anatomy, but to me, I love the way this lays perfect. The way
I don't mean it's bad. I just mean like Vision was telling me to say something. No.
Oh, okay. But yeah, what do you guys think? $7.99. No ES announced. One SKU.
I think it looks really good. Very nice price point. It's going to be a small box, so it's not going to be crazy shipping. I like the fact that they added both capes. It looks good. It's a good looking statue, and because it's Blitzway that's doing it, I know the final product's going to look nice. So this is the first Superman statue since the Queen Studios Marble one that I've been interested in, and I think I'm gonna pick it up because I got like 200 points in Prime One store. It's gonna expire soon.
You heard it here first. Live PO. Let's go.
I'm a yapper, Vision, so you never say that loud.
Get your shit.
I think this light up.
Is that what you said?
Sorry, what was that, D-Rock?
I'm sorry. I said my earphones went out. You said you think you're going to pick this one up?
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, me too. I think I'm on board.
Yeah. I prefer this to the Iron Studios. The Iron Studios,
Oh yeah.
And also,
for sure.
I don't know how much that's. I don't know how much it's gonna like. What I've seen from their larger scale stuff, it tends to look bad to me paint wise. So I'm not interested in investing in them and rolling the dice.
Well, I also like with theirs, there's like no detail in the suit, and this you can't see it from here, but on the close-up pictures, there's detail in the suit. Like there's a lot, there's texture, detail, it's better sculpt in general.
And it feels right because Alex Ross's work is very much about like realism. The only reason why he doesn't have like crazy detail in his work is because he's a painter and he's doing like a painterly style. Right. But he's definitely going for realism, right?
Yeah, but like here you can see the texture and like the stitching. They've made sure there's like you can tell it's like stitching. It's supposed to look like that. There's texture in the costume. It's not just flat painted. And I think the shoulders are supposed to be like a stitched part of the suit.
Like a seam stitch.
Yeah, it's a seam in the suit. I just it is weird because I think we're used to seeing like that's where somebody has like arm switch outs. So it looks like that to us, but I think it's part of the actual suit design.
You know the thing about that, D-Rock, is like I believe it is, but I think the seam, like the edge on the seam is too thick and it's too raised.
Oh, I agree.
I totally agree. Like slim that down and make it like it still made it look like a natural seam in the cloth for the spandex. It would make sense. It would look nice. I think it's too thick. If they could like adjust that, but even if they don't, man, for this piece, honestly, I have things I would like, but I'm not complaining. This looks that price.
I think this line looks really classy with the sub bases and that, with a very subtle light up feature.
And they're like small, compact, very simple bases.
Yeah,
you're
it's
more
not over the
your
top.
attention's more on the character. Yeah, keeping the price down. I don't know. Like, are the arms separate for some reason on this?
Probably.
I reckon they would
Why
be.
though?
Yeah.
I don't know.
With them being just down, I don't think they need to be. It's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's something I say.
Yeah, but
Iron
if they make
Studios
it
did
separate,
much
maybe
better.
the packaging, they'll save a lot on the packaging.
No, I mean it's just one
man, it's
body.
just a quarter scale.
No,
Yeah, it's just a quarter scale, and his
tiny
arms are straight down. It should be able to just sit in the box.
Smaller than so
Yeah,
many
you know what?
sideshow statues. You know.
I kind of agree with you, D-Rock. I reckon they're going to be actually part of the sculpt. Like they're not going to be attached. Because Blitzway did the same thing with Keaton. All the shoulders just attached and it kind of became one piece. I think that the hands might be magnetized to go in, but I reckon the arms will be part of the chest and that.
Yeah.
Bonus on this AO,
I
just
think
one SKU.
I think I'm going to pick this up too. I think I'm actually might pick up all three, but
Going
definitely
on
the Superman, the Batman.
Even the Wonder Woman, I know I had the complaints about the chin. Like, I could still see myself because I've been wanting a Trinity for a while, and there was no quarter scale Wonder Woman I like to go with. Remember, like I said, I wanted to get the Queen Studios marble ones, but these with the price points, honestly, I just hope they don't jack them up like as time goes on. So I want them to actually release this in a timely manner.
If they did $7.99 each one,
That would be awesome.
Give me
I
3
think
month,
that would be awesome.
3 month intermissions. Give me this one now. Give me the next one in January, and give me the other one in March.
I reckon
like
they'll be $7.99.
I'd like Prime
across
One
the board.
again.
Yeah.
Imagine if they do more than the Trinity. You know.
I think if these do well, they might. To be honest.
Yeah, that would be. I wouldn't mind that.
This
Imagine
is their
if they got
chance.
the Marvel license and they did a Spider-Man.
This is their chance to dive into that more affordable, affordability column of collecting for collectors. Like $7.99. That's for quarter scale. In I don't know, man. That's still. Don't get me wrong. It's still a lot of money. This is a luxury, right? This hobby is a luxury. If you're listening to this is right. It's easy. It's like Lay's potato chips. You can't just have one. You get the Superman. That's $800. Wonder Woman. Let's say $800, and Batman. Then you're into it for more than just $7.99, right? But hey, it beats paying. You got to give Prime One credit too. People talking about their price points for their quarter scale way too high, and look, now they're pivoting and adjusting. Let's hope this continues to be a trend, and hopefully they can listen about their shipping. The good thing about their shipping is you can buy through a reseller or distributor that'll offer a more affordable price. But just to mention, Momenek hasn't put this up yet, but he's going to be having the Superman. I believe it's going to go up tomorrow. He'll be doing the price point of $7.99 all in US.
Damn.
So
That's
that's
pretty good.
shipped to your door, all in $7.99. I just
me
don't have the
want-
details.
I'm sold,
I don't
Dilbert.
have-
Send me the invoice.
I don't have the details about NRD or so forth. So the moment he gets that, we'll post it up in the Facebook group. But yeah, that price point shipped. We'll see. No
Are you out of your
edition
mind?
size yet. No edition size yet. But, glad he's able to get that. So we'll see. I'll keep you posted. Queen Studios, just a quick update on the Black Suit Superman. That's finally coming to collectors, into collectors' hands.
Nice sculpt on his portrait. Paint is not looking nice.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, fair point. I like this from a distance. This one looks good, but again, it'll be interesting to see now with Prime 1, right? With their Black Suit Superman, yeah.
I even like the base, but
comparing the price point, the base is nice, yeah.
Post is zesty.
Yeah. So
Does the
I guess
hair look
whoever
like
picked it up-
like a kind of look a bit weird, or like the hairline?
Yeah.
Like where his sideburns and that are? Oh, I don't know.
kind of like
They did-
figure like a figure almost.
Yeah.
I think it's because they did a harsh line instead of like
Yeah.
feathering it like Blitzway does.
Blending it. Yeah.
So yeah, they should have had a softer edge on there.
I heard Vega ordered this in blue and black.
Oh shit!
I heard Vega's a huge fan of the Snyderverse.
I'm not. That's true.
This is going to be
Are
one
you?
we're going to
No,
talk a
I'm
little
not.
bit about.
Okay.
J&D showed production of. Everybody's good, right? I haven't been able to see the private chat. Hold on. Everything's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Indiana Jones. I know, Vision, you were loving this set. Now that you've become a J&D boy, you're getting into kind of appreciating what they're offering.
It's only a matter of
I agree with you, man. This looks wow. And just to say thanks, guys. 70 people in here at 2 a.m. almost 2 a.m. Goddamn. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
Give her a little slap.
For me though, I
Yeah,
like
good
the
job.
almost everything they put out so far, even the other one. I like, and one of the reasons I really like it though is because you get two different characters for that same price. Instead of like like Superman, like in a regular suit, then Superman in his outfit, still the same person. Like you have both of them right here, so it tells a better story for me.
This is fucking crazy, man.
Damn,
That
man, Vision. You know what? You should give me your guts, and you should get this Indiana Jones instead.
Yeah, you buy this for me, you got that guy.
Are you being serious?
It's crazy. No, he's kidding. It's crazy to see where, like I remember Cinema Cat, where we've come from. Cinema Cat back in the day that did an indie. Maybe I'll do that comparison in the group to this. Holy Mac!
I think the proper term for like that progress, the best way to describe it is say how we've J&dized over the
Wow.
time.
Okay. Let's not get too much because Jane.
I mean, they're definitely getting better every time they do a statue. So
Everyone has
now. Thank
few
you.
bones to pick with you, D-Rock.
You said that perfectly. You said that perfectly. I think that's what's important with them is they didn't start off the best, but for being such a new company, their progression is fantastic. Their progression is fantastic. Okay,
it's like they set a really high bar from the beginning, and it just took them a little while to catch up to their own standard, that they set for themselves. So,
okay, I'm gonna show. Anybody have anything they want to say on this?
I'll wait
Who is
till
it?
for reveal.
It's nothing
Aragorn.
showing.
Aragorn.
We can see it. We can see
Aragorn.
it.
Aragorn.
Shadows.
Sorry,
on
no,
his
not
face.
Aragorn. In the Indian thing. Anybody else have anything else to say?
Indian thing on the Indian.
Indian thing.
Did I
I
say
think
that?
I think both of these
Kind of.
portraits look amazing. That's what I think, personally.
I think the statues look great. I kind of it is just a nitpick for me. I kind of wish it didn't have like one base.
Oh, so
Wish
you
they
can
were
move
separated.
Yeah, I wish it
Both
was
of them.
separated. Like maybe
Yeah,
put
I agree.
magnets on the side so they can snap together if you do want them right next to each other. But maybe just separate bases so they can
agree. That's a great point.
Position them a little differently, or put them wherever you want, type of thing.
So you can sell one.
If they had like options, that would be really nice. But they do look really good standing next to each other. Like you can only get that effect of them standing side by side like that
on the same base.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I do understand that.
We crawled the dog, Indiana. Sorry.
Wow. It's that time of night.
That's all I think about when I see that. I see it.
They're going to compete with Queen Studios.
Too much shadow in here. It's making it hard to judge some things, like his lips and like the lower half of his face. So far, I don't think they should show in this picture.
What's going on, Roll? Yeah, it doesn't look good here.
Yeah.
I think that's a picture of a picture, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Ro, never forget who I am, man. I'm the OG J&D boy. I've been repping them, man. I stood by them.
So I hear a lot of this. So feels kind of weird. Everybody rejecting J&D and now people accepting them. I stopped talking about the pieces I have because people just saying they were shit. Well, the thing here, Ro, is the pieces. I think a lot of the fact is, like we were saying, is what am I trying to say?
Some of the initial pieces were a little bit. Yeah. Is that what you're trying to say, John?
Exactly. Like their company progression has been fantastic from that. And I mean this with no disrespect. My personal opinion. I don't know who owns it here or not, but I think that Joker was lackluster. I think that Selena Kyle was very lackluster. Superman wasn't very good at the beginning. They had to take it back and rework it. Same with Arwen. But the fact that they are taking those steps and making sure that they're delivering the same or better than the prototype, that's what's key here. Is they're making the changes. But don't anyone tell me that J&D was where they are now back then. There's no way in hell. From the customer service.
You had to see them in person.
Oh man, that was quite a refrain back then. But I'll say this: there's also the fact that like what you're saying has tons of merit, John. Like you're 100% right, because I've been saying it to you. Those pieces you mentioned, those were shit. You didn't even mention the Anne Hathaway Catwoman, the worst.
I did. Selena. Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry,
right.
Not the Catwoman 1989. The Anne Hathaway Catwoman is what I meant. Yeah, that with that mask off, that was a cat. We used to call them candles. You can watch our old show.
Yeah.
We used to
Wax Museum.
But at the same time, there were a lot of people that were very dismissive of them, and it felt like it had nothing really to do with the merit of the statue. They just did not like the kind of product. Maybe it was silicone, and some people didn't like, because there were also aspects of the people that were fans of J&D are pretty obnoxious and online, saying it's for the rich guys and shit like that. People saying stuff like that, and so that probably put off a lot of collectors within the community to the company's brand, as like their image. So I think that did a lot of negative stuff for them in the beginning, and they're just kind of coming out of it. Like the PR side for their company, they're like getting past that, because it just takes time with any kind of controversy for a company.
Like, come on, I don't think you can sit there and say this is the same J&D. It's completely not. Even business wise, the way they're communicating with and building that hype and communicating with the community, it's completely different. They're being respectful. Back in the day, it was just the complete opposite. So there's an improvement there. Now, anyone has a right to their opinion. People saying that J&D is still lacking, that's where I like when I'm looking at a Superman Reeves statue, and I think for the longest time that's fabric, and then it turns out it's sculpted, bro. I'm gonna sit back and be like, hey, this company is this company's making improvements and trying to do better, and I see it.
I think initially the company itself might have taken feedback and criticism a little bit too personally. I think now they're sort of acting more like a business that's sort of stable and have been around for a while, and
the funny thing is this. The funny thing is this: if you just saw this picture pop up on Facebook or whatever, would you think it was a statue immediately?
No, it kind of looks like a photo of.
It looks like a photo offset, right?
Yeah.
Like a production still. I think that kind of speaks all it needs to speak
itself.
as far as like just like you're not even questioning if there's sculpt this or what's material and what's sculpt. Who the hell knows on this?
Yeah, they've improved so much with how they do the skin on the male characters as well. You guys remember how bumpy and extra rough it used to be, and they fine-tuned that to it so it's much better now. You go look at the old Bale sculpt, and you see how the face looked like sandpaper. They've definitely like dialed things in, and they're much better on likeness now, as well as just overall texture and how they're controlling that. I think they look much better. They're doing good.
Aiden saying, the Reeve soup is off. Oh, and again, everyone will have their interpretation of what they believe looks good or not. For me, I think that looks really well done.
Yeah,
I agree with Stanley though. There are a lot. I agree with this completely. There are a lot of collectors, and it's not just J&D. He's saying a lot of collectors that hate J&D and they just don't appreciate their. I think it's with other companies. Companies have their clicks, and certain people follow, and they have those blinders on, and it's just not to put everybody who gives constructive feedback into that same mix. But I do remember, we used to make fun of them a lot, like candles and stuff, and it almost became more of a gag at that point. But
even beyond like the jokes we were making, I think those are kind of like good fun. But they were definitely very derisive. But that was us like just poking fun. But on Facebook, people just want to like cut down anyone who is celebrating this company or the product they have from them. Like there's people that just feel the need to point out every time, but it's not sold out though. It's not sold out.
And that's
there's people coming out like, bro, we know. Calm down.
I heard someone say that with the guts. Well, it's not. Well, yeah, damn right, it's sold out. All retailers are everywhere, so try finding one now. You can't.
Yeah.
So,
but even if it was still available at other retailers, the thing is like, there's that idea that there's people that just don't want to see the company performing well, or like, and they don't want like the fancy. They just want to like shoot it down at any like turn, right? And I think that's what like Stanley and I can't remember who else commented.
Sure.
Where we're kind of talking about. We're speaking to. There was that kind of sentiment very early on in the beginning that just kept on recurring.
And I've talked to Vision about this. I don't care. J&D, you know what they care about? That they sold out. If the resellers keep going back for more without unsold stock, that's their problem. But J&D's making their money. Clearly, the resellers keep going back and buying all the product. That means there's value there and they're selling. Pretty much how I feel about it. But I wanted to mention this. We covered this on Chatter That Matters. I believe it was Chatter That Matters. In regards to this big issue with the two-toned Wonder Woman. This has been plaguing, unfortunately, the community with a post that a collector had made. Unfortunately, this was the post just expressing that he wasn't satisfied with how J&D responded initially. That they kind of said that this was due to user error and so forth, and that this is quote a microscopic issue. The two-toned in this platinum Wonder Woman. We talked about it again on Chatter and kind of covered it. I wanted to give you guys some updates. You see how it's white, a lighter complexion. This apparently, this piece comes separately, and what people are thinking is it was painted separately in when they were doing the painting process. Hence the two-tone. Or some other people were saying that it's an issue with the silicone and so forth. Regardless,
I think they even mentioned it was painted separately. They actually said,
it was that for sure was done. The issue here was how people were worried about this is a $4,000 platinum piece, new line, and how J&D responded was unsatisfactory. That a replacement can be sent, but it is up to the collector to cover it. Now, I have some updates. We had our very own collector. Cypher has had an issue. So we have an update. I got an update from J&D, an email directly from J&D, because they kept preaching, you're going to have to cover it, kind of putting the onus on the collector. It wasn't displayed properly, yada, yada, yada. Different climates can change it and so forth. Here's what J&D had to say afterwards, after this whole saying that the customer has to cover it. And this is specifically why it's great to voice opinions online and share your thoughts and opinions, because if it wasn't done, I don't think we'd come to this resolution. Hello, thank you for reaching out to J&D Studios. We want to assure you that we are committed to resolving the issue you reported. Only we'd like to kindly ask for your understanding regarding the following details about the product's manufacturing process. The Wonder Woman Platinum figure is our first ever Platinum release and was created using a unique production method because of its design. Instead of being molded as a single piece, the body was divided into several parts for production. Each part was individually painted by hand, resulting in over 1,000 units being completed entirely through meticulous craftsmanship. Due to the nature of the mass production process, it is physically impossible to achieve 100% identical color matching across different hand-painted parts. However, we ensured through quality control to deliver a product that was as closely matched as possible. In this case, we suspect that the issue has occurred due to the interaction between specific display conditions, lighting, and the upper right section of the product's body paint over the course of more than a year. While we conducted extensive testing under various conditions prior to release, we ask your understanding that we cannot account for every possible display environment worldwide. Currently, we are reviewing sending you a replacement part free of extra charge. This part will be produced using our calibrated color values to ensure it meets the highest standards. Please note that this process may take some time as we determine the most appropriate method for production and shipping. This will be applied to customers who contact us with the same issue.
I appreciate that, but I still don't accept the part where it says it's user error. Based on what, that does not look like. If this is from the environment you're placing it in, why is it just the arm that changed all over?
Yeah, why is the armor not miscolored or?
However,
well,
it
the
seems
face
like a way
would
for
be
them to
discolored
save.
too.
Yep, because the lights are pointing from above, right? So everything should, but it seems like a way for the company to just save face. I'm fine with that as long as they're giving collectors replacements free of charge.
Anybody else have anything to say in regards to this? No, so that's an update. So we've gone from it's going to be the collector's onus on the collector to pay to now we're going to cover it. So if you have had this issue, please reach out to them and try to get it resolved. They'll send it to you. They should be sending it to you with no questions asked. Give me a quick second. Here we go. Okay, now our guy Aspen also sent them an email. Just sent them an email. Hold on, saying quoting our show the other day, the Chat That Matters episode, saying that he's kind of worried about the Wonder Woman Platinum line piece and the price point and so forth, and that hopefully that he can get some clarification as to he has the Harley, the Platinum Harley on order, and to make sure that this isn't going to be a reoccurring issue. And then just quick, J&D said, kind of alluding to what we just covered, it's their first ever Platinum release. It's saying that's not 100%. It's not possible to get 100% identical color matching and so forth. And just to be rest assured that pieces are going to be QC'd and well done. They went on to say the Harley Quinn Platinum figure even has different production method from the Wonder Woman Platinum figure, and we will produce it with the best condition, so not to worry. So it seems like maybe they're learning from this process that it didn't work to split it up this way. So that's going to have a different QC or production process than the Wonder Woman. So I appreciate Aspen sharing that with us. But yeah, it's being looked after. I think we're good. No need to worry there. If you have this issue, reach out to them. It seems like they're nipping it in the butt. But again, this is why you voice your. This is why you voice it, right? 3 collectors reach out to them. Don't mention anything. It doesn't catch any tailwind. What happens? They're gonna charge the delivery fee. Now everything's covered. That's it. I appreciate J&D taking the accountability. That's all. That's fair game. Okay, let's get into some pieces shown here. Collector photos, and then we can wrap it up, guys. I know it's a long show. A lot to talk about.
You didn't. Did you have your patented XM slide?
No, for legal purposes, I don't want to show that anymore, just in case I get fucking, they're hurting for money once they pop back up. XM, I don't even want to get into XM, and that's what they're doing is disgusting.
I know.
What they're doing, it's so disgusting.
Ben, yeah, okay.
Ben, what?
Ben, earlier or yesterday.
John, check the private chat.
John, I got to head out, man.
All right,
I got a bachelor's party to go to, so I got to get ready and
have fun, be safe.
You're sloppy.
Too much of a wild
congrats on that 89.
Get 2 nuts now, friend.
Congrats on that 89.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Congrats on the bachelor party.
Yeah.
Don't get in a fight with the kangaroo.
Wait, the bachelor party's not for you. The bachelor party's for
it's not for me. No,
it's for someone else.
It's one of my mates. So yeah.
I
appreciate it.
On the Barbie.
Appreciate you, man.
Shrimp on the Barbie.
Be safe.
Yeah, I knew you were waiting for that, but
wow, what were you gonna say? So I didn't even look. I'll be honest.
It's okay. It's not much.
Mark,
it's the same. Buddy. It's the same shit, but someone did go back to an older post. The post where the legal document was posted about the break-in shit, and just kind of called out XM for like, yo, it's been a while.
When is your announcement, quote unquote?
Right, and
Stop
so Ben,
Happy
Ben commented
Friday.
and said, he said we're updating soon, and I'm just like, it's been soon for half a year.
I'm just the lack of profession. If it was up to me, we're gonna include them in the statue awards, even though that's only 2 pieces. I'll do it out of respect for the collectors, but for me, I would have just pulled them all together because it's just a lack of. For me, it's a lack of respect to the collector, and even if I don't give a shit if they get $100 million in investment. That for me, the relationship between company and customer is. I don't know how you're going to recoup from that, personally.
I didn't mean to stoke the flames, just saying.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I'm just,
yeah.
The coffee's wearing off, so it's... Yeah. Rocco sharing his Green Lantern. He was happy to receive it. Sideshow Green Lantern.
Rocco's
yeah, I still like it. I know that, there's the few little things. I still like this overall.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's a good piece. It looks really good.
I feel the same way. I think the anatomy is awesome. I just think the way the face is painted, man, it's just too dark. The way they did the 5 o'clock shadow, it's not quite working. Skin tone looks dead, but the pose, the anatomy, I like it. I like I list like these. Yeah.
What else was I doing here? Let's keep on tugging along. I gotta remember to show Aspen's photos.
Okay.
Remind me, please. D-Rock with his we unbox this live. Hell yeah.
Yep.
The XM transformation.
Say cheese.
Yeah, I need this. I need this banner here. I need it. It's not I want it. I need it. But huge congrats.
He's doing interpretive dance in front of Hulk.
Wow, the Olympics.
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
Yeah, I like the lighting right next to the Hulk too. It's good.
Man, our guy Richie, local friend here, got his LBS Hulk. Fantastic, bittersweet story, but everything worked out. This was one that he received damage originally, but fantastic job getting everything handled and. Getting it over to him, he was ecstatic. So, Richie, huge congrats, man.
Cool.
Nice trio there.
Richie Rich.
We got Jeff, Star Wars Addict, aka Star Wars Addict, working on his ceiling in his collection room.
That's crazy.
We showed a video on Monday, but this is all like, this can do the designs and just play and move and dance. And holy mac, the way these lights work is pretty sweet.
That Rancor looks so good. You know what I thought they could do? They could like put like cookies over the light, and then you would get the look of like bars, like it's in a cage.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Do you
What's the
see
other
how
word
he
for-
put Jabba's up top, so it's like the Rancor's underneath? That's crazy good. That's
pretty
awesome.
sick.
Yeah. He's not Star Wars addict for a reason. He's, you know what I mean? That's why they gave him the name. Awesome. Moving on to Terry, he got his custom Red Death mask. Badass. Underrated piece, this Red Death in general, but that's my 2 cents.
I like that vibe, man. That vibe is dope.
That vibe's yeah, 100. It's nice. It's really nice.
It looked like it's part of the statue, so it looked like it was meant to be there.
Yep.
That statue is very beautiful, especially under bright lights. It just freaking shines.
And you really don't get the perspective of scale until you see it in person. I saw the gold version, and it's a
huge.
healthy piece. It's a big piece.
Chunky.
Appreciate you, Terry. Congrats, Omar, sharing his
wow, that's cool.
Some custom love, some licensed love. I think that is that Apocalypse, the XM one.
XM,
XM Apocalypse, Sideshow Deadpool, and then the Sideshow Rogue with the newer maquette head. And
I like that Storm.
And the rest are custom.
The Apocalypse
Storm
has
and Gambit.
nice switch outs. The switch outs on Apocalypse.
Yeah,
I like the Cyclops a lot. I like the Archangel a lot, and then Gambit.
Gambit's nice. That Rogue has the Sideshow sculpt on it.
So
Both
that is
Sideshow.
Sideshow's Rogue. That is the original Rogue body
with
and
the
base
new-
with the
with the-
new head modified. For
That portrait works on this piece.
Yeah, I saw a few people do
It's a
that.
bit
this
big,
works.
That's sweet.
but it still works.
I think I like the way it looks, but awesome. Yeah, man, this is just Omar's setups are always on point. Appreciate you sharing, man.
I like that has nice lighting too.
Man, I think that's like my favorite Cyclops of all the Cyclopses.
Yeah,
It's so good.
Like that group, pretty much all their Cyclopses are just freaking good, man.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Damn, they did the Zesty Spider-Man. That's the group that did the Zesty Spider-Man.
You can tell.
I don't want to hear.
Thanks for reminding me about the Zesty Spider-Man, but
Vision getting the deal of the century on this what's his face
Talon,
man. What a I don't know. You know when you have a piece, I think you know what I think collecting is getting to the point of where you have these pieces and you don't appreciate them. Like you got to sit back and look at your collection because this unboxing that with him just reinvigorated my love for this piece. And the photos, badass photos, man. Badass.
yeah, this is
I like
sitting on BSD for $1,400 in a couple different places.
Do you know? Did you hear how much he got it for?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to keep it 100. Oh, that's why I'm going to sleep for the last 3 days. I'm hoping it didn't pop up again. Something else. Nah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Was it a local pickup Vision or
Just checking the chat? We're good.
Now, I was 17 minutes away when he gave me the address and stuff like that, and I thought he was playing when I saw the price, but I literally got to his house at 12:01 a.m. So,
damn, write it in the private chat if you don't want to say it publicly.
Oh, he said it publicly already.
Oh, how much he get it for?
No, $250.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck? Wait, you got this statue for $250.
$250, brand new.
You just went to pick it up and like, bro, I'll be scoping at
You need to watch the unboxing.
Yeah.
He went into everything.
Yeah.
He went. Yeah, it was crazy.
He come up, and I actually PO'd it on Prime 1 though, and paid would have been like full price and full shipping. So,
Poe sharing his collection, got his island here.
I love that.
Number
whole
of
cluster,
times this man has migrated from different rooms in his house to another. It doesn't make sense. Poe keeps moving when he first started, he was in that room and like on the ground floor. Remember? Where his laptop, his computer setup was in the middle.
Yeah, do you remember
Then
that?
he
Oh my
moved
god,
upstairs.
Yeah.
That was
The
back
little
in-
loft
he's in
area.
Damn, man.
Now he's in the garage.
For how long?
That's a hell of a
Apparently,
nice
he's working on a whole separate house. No, I'm kidding. Appreciate you sharing, Paul. Our guy, nice guy, he got an Infinity Gauntlet, 100% soft.
Wonder what he does with that thumb.
Jeez,
It's too soft.
Wow. I love
vinyl.
That's a pause.
Cool. Nice desk piece. Scarlet. This is Scarlet Spider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Custom.
Yeah. Another
Is this a woman?
version of Scarlet Spider.
That's a woman?
Kane Parker.
Kane.
Oh.
No, it's a man. He just got them legs real spread for that thumb.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Another zesty Spider-Man.
Oh my god.
Yo, Shiny John, what is one joke a year? That was actually good.
Hey. People pay for those jokes. I'm gonna actually, it's because you said that, I'm gonna give you a dad joke before we end the show from Piggy's dad joke container here.
Is this a custom piece?
Yes, sir. No licensed companies going that zesty, I'll tell you that.
Oh man.
Congrats,
So-
nice guy.
So did he go to this suit after the purple and pink thing he used to wear?
No.
'Cause he
this
came
is-
out originally in that like hooded purple or blue.
No, that's
Ben Riley.
That's Ben Riley. That's Ben Riley. On the
Riley's
back,
Scarlet
you can even see both of them fighting.
No. Kane. You said this was Kane, right?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
Kane.
Kane
So-
originally came out in a totally different suit than this, and it was like I remember in the 90s, right? We're talking in the 90s. I know the other Scarlet Spider. That's not the same thing I'm talking about. Kane came out originally in like a purple and bluish like outfit. You couldn't see his face. He had a mask.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Is that not the same Kane? I'm just making sure. 'Cause
I'm
y'all said
pretty
it.
sure it is. Yeah, it has like the torn pinkish purple.
Yeah, it's got a
cape that's
torn
like wrapped.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so he went to this later. I didn't know. I didn't keep up with Spider-Man stories. So cool. Sorry. But this is the same guy, Kane.
Yeah.
The other clone, right? Aren't there
Yep,
there's
yep.
another clone?
Clone Saga.
This was the Jackal clone.
Yeah,
Jackal,
he
right?
becomes a Jackal later.
Jackal,
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Keep on going. Hold on. All right, cool. We got Enchen's place with Wolverine. Sharing a Wolverine he picked up.
Yeah.
Nice lighting.
Great pictures. He's doing some cool shit with the lighting
Always
and
does,
stuff.
yeah.
But too many damn tentacles on this.
John,
piece.
I think you got two of the same pictures.
This
It's
he
not.
shared both of them like this. It's not anything.
I think it's like a slightly different aperture or something.
Yeah, but I believe on the second one, the depth of field was different, so you could see the tentacle in the foreground. I think you picked both of the same picture by mistake.
You think I did?
I remember commenting on this. I
You
might
know
be
this
wrong,
is
though.
this
he
is
remembers.
Jonathan though, right?
He commented.
You tell me, Buck.
Yeah.
Buck is correct.
Yeah, because the other one had the tentacle in focus.
Yeah, I just looked at it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I hate all of you. Where is it on Facebook? Let's pull
You know
it up
what's
quick.
funny about
My
these
apologies.
like
My
X-Force
apologies.
Wolverines? I never liked the X-Force Wolverine when it was in the comic,
Mhm.
but the statues are making me like it.
Oh, wow.
I was that way with Brown Suit. I wasn't a big fan
Yeah.
of Brown Suit, and now now when I see him in statue form, I'm like, shit, I kind of want that.
Oh.
Yep.
Have you guys like any of the ways that Delauto draws him with the beard coming out of the?
No,
You
I
don't like that
I
look?
like it when it's tucked away.
I like it either way. I've seen both. I think I'm okay with it either way, really. Especially like if there's a scene, like I like the scene where his mask gets torn at the bottom and he's got his like.
Yeah, if the mask is torn, that's cool.
That's
but
cool.
Not
Yeah, it
in
looks cool
general.
when he does that. Yeah.
So
Either way.
D-Rock, you like it both ways. Got it.
Pause.
Hell, I even like my Wolverine from what was it like late 80s or early 90s where they had him looking like Terminator. he had shaved his head down in that one issue.
Yeah.
Like by the end of the issue, his hair grew back or something. But on the cover, he looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator.
Shout out to Tyler. Tyler got this Yulong piece a few months ago, but he finally unboxed it. So Tyler Sherwood, awesome guy. He actually did an office tour with Enchan, and it was great.
Oh yeah, I watched that. That was a good
that was
one.
such a good. That was so good.
I don't think I watched.
John, you want me to send you the picture?
Yeah, if you can. Shout out to Kenzie. Nice setup.
Yeah.
You're showing us the behind the scenes view.
Your
slideshow.
Let's stop that real quick. Sorry about that, guys. If you can send that, that'd be great.
I'll send it in a second.
Thank you. That's better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kenzie and her setup. Badass. She did a really good job customizing the room, man. Crazy.
Yeah, no, it's fucking so cool. That Bane maquette, that's one of the pieces that I really, really like. And there was a sale. Someone was selling it for like $4 and change.
Oh, wow.
I almost just like swooped it up just because I'm just like, fuck no, stop buying just good deals.
Too many good deals.
I'm spending too much money.
Yeah. I love
Shout out to her as well. She's making these. Oh, which one?
The print behind the Bane. That.
Oh yeah,
kind of like
Nightfall.
It's like the Nightfall cover. It's a nice print. Yeah, it's a nice print.
Graham Nolan. Is that? I don't know. I think that's by Richard Long.
She's doing these the brand stands like to put the marketing
for
in
the name.
For the name, yeah. For this is for Red Death.
Yep.
Okay.
So kind of a process.
She buying those same name things that you buy?
Yep.
Is that what those are?
Yep.
Yep.
The
That's what I thought.
acrylic frames.
Yeah, that's cool.
Everyone's gonna have them. Let's go. But of course, she's taking it up a big notch with the unique bases for it too. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
3 more and we are good. I want to give a massive shout out to Ledge. He unboxed on his channel the Alien. I want to say this is from Alien Covenant, that custom piece.
Neomorph. Yeah, is this the Neomorph?
Neomorph. Man, this piece looks, the details wild from what I saw. Look at that. Oh, I can't display this.
It's 1/3 too, right?
Oh, look at this. It got violent or graphic. Gee.
Learn more.
We're not getting money from this stream.
Oops. There we go. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Here we go. Check out his unboxing. We put it in the group.
He posted it? That's cool.
He posted it, yeah. So we got to show it. Awesome. What else was there? Okay, I'm gonna pull that one up quick. Uno secundo, guys. Just bear with me, and then we're almost done. But I missed one last week, so I gotta cover it. Quick.
Is that Aspen's?
Yeah, Aspen's. Yeah. Okay. Because he shared a room. I think it's cool. It's really. I want to see more collections like this. See, I thought it was the same photo. I apologize, guys. I even remember copying the photo. I'm like, it's the same picture.
It was hard for me to even tell the difference between both of them when I was looking at side by side.
Yeah.
If I didn't know what the f-stop does on a camera, I would never have figured out why they were different.
Why did it? Okay. So there you go. That's Enchan's place. Posting this one. That's the second photo.
No, the other one just has Wolverine. Most parts of his body are out of focus, but his portrait and torso aren't. And then the other one is like very wide depth of field.
Okay, and then the last one is here for Aspen. I didn't know this about him. Huge Margot Robbie fan.
Damn.
And freaking hesitant about posting this. I'm like, what? Why? Share this. This is what this hobby's about. Man, we always see the statues and stuff, but he has honestly a room dedicated to Margot. And I think it's why not? If you can collect it,
do your thing.
Do your thing. Damn right. That's at least on this channel. That's how we do it.
Gotta see Wolf of Wall Street on here.
Look at this. You got
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
The whole room. He has the J&D coming. Yeah, we're going on full room. Why not?
I love that movie.
We all some kind of freak. Show it.
Look at that. I'm all for it. If you're a fan.
Can you guys tell what all of these movies or shows are?
I like that fucking door. I know that's not what this is about, but I love that door.
The glass is frosted so no one can see.
I love that door.
You're getting Suicide Squad. You got the Barbie movie.
Suicide Squad.
Man,
Oh,
the Suicide Squad.
Hell yeah.
I got Wolf of Wall Street. You see that? Leo kissing what's her face? Margot Robbie.
What's this one from?
Yeah, that's what. No, that one is.
Oh yeah, Wolf of Wall Street's here. Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's when they were fighting. That scene.
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, man. Do you? Why? Awesome.
Even got Focus. I was actually supposed to watch that today. The one with Will Smith. I actually like that movie.
I told them share the photos. You guys.
I like that too.
Stanley saying cool stuff. Great actress to pick. Hell yeah, man. Do you? What the fuzz?
That Babylon. Yeah.
Scavenger Hunt 11. Post pictures from the collection. You guys know how it works in the Facebook group. This week, Vegas is death, wear your helmet, and right to bear arms. So we want to see your collection. Find something that has to do with, based on the prompts below. Death, wear your helmet, and right to bear arms. So 3 pieces. Good luck with. They've been getting more difficult. Death can be like Lady Death, stuff like that. Anything with a skull or something in the base, just to give it in. Kind of doing this new little fun thing, building a collection, but I'm doing it within some Facebook groups. So I said, let's start off with the Berserk edition. So I put out some polls in the Everyday Collector group, and I put it out in the Berserk group. And we're going to build a collection based on what the community votes for. So the 3 that I put up so far was the Prime 1, 1/3 Berserk. Guts Black Swordsman. The quarter scale Black Swordsman by Prime 1, and then the J&D 3rd scale Black Swordsman. So the votes are up in the group. We'll tally it up, and then I'll treat each group separately. So build a collection for each group. And yeah, just have some fun, man. Some pastime if you're at work, and just put your vote in, and then we'll see how it'll be interesting to see how the collection ends up with everyone's votes. I think so far on the Everyday Collector group, the J&D Berserk was winning. J&D Guts was winning, and on the Berserk group, the Prime 1, 1/3 was winning. But yeah, get your votes in. Just finally, a huge shout out to channel members: Paul, Brian, Kenzilla, Bats in the Belfry, Ben, Boba Bill, Random Korean, Aspen, D, and we cannot forget Damiano, who signed up this week. I'm going to get his name up there because it damn well should be there. Appreciate you guys supporting the channel, keeping the lights on. You guys rock.
Literally? Is that how you got Christmas lights? Because Damiano
lights on. Literally, bro. Literally, bro. It helps. Every little bit helps. I want to do especially some fun things coming the new year. We're going to do some stuff. We're going to try to see if we could squeeze in a giveaway for the award show. And yeah, we'll see what we can do. We're going to try to do some stuff.
So we got to blame Damiano for Christmas coming early?
That's it. Damiano's song. And I appreciate everyone hanging with us, man. We had like 70 people in here the whole night. 3-hour show. Damn.
So
you guys rock.
What happened on the 33rd day of Christmas, John? What did your true love give to you?
True love gave to me a pain in the ass. No.
Pause.
No, not like that. That's like a stress. You say that if you're like stressed or something, no?
Yeah, you do. But
yeah. Did you get Nice Guy's little gauntlet too?
I'm taking the New York approach.
Okay. So there's rats involved.
Dios mío.
Anywho, what was that joke? It was so good. I got to clip that joke today about the Tweeter. I got to find
if
it.
someone cancels it, type of thing.
I got to clip that, and I got to clip your rant, 152, about
What
something,
rant?
about sideshows, something. I don't know.
I didn't go on a rant.
Stanley, no
I don't
trivia
go on
tonight. Are you kidding me? Ken's already like.
Yeah.
Ken's hanging in there, guys, but barely. Ken's hanging in there, but barely.
Ken put a sweater on an hour ago.
I'm gonna go get my slippers and my pillow, man.
But I'm telling you, next week we'll
Come on, John.
even if
Don't
it's
tell
one
us.
question, we'll open up the show with it. One question, even. It's gonna happen.
Ken, you better drink Red Bull before the show starts.
Yeah, I drank a cup of coffee in the Celsius, man. I get up too early, Buck. I was up at 4:30 this morning.
Oh man.
Me too.
Long ass day. You don't count, Jerry. You're too young.
You guys just have to tell me. You know,
I don't feel it.
It's worth it though, right? You come hang out one day of the week. It's a Friday.
You know,
Vision hangs out Monday through Friday, but for these guys, it's one day of the week.
Make us feel
Just come hang out. Where are you gonna be? Safe at home, hanging with John, the Everyday
It's
Collector.
kind of easy, man. It's like 8 o'clock when your show starts where he's at.
I know that's bull. That's bull.
Right, it's still early for fucking Vision.
And Buck. Don't leave him out.
Yeah.
Oh, Buck, you in California?
No, he's in
Washington
I won't
State.
say where he is. He can say it.
Super rainy.
Okay, he said it.
Appreciate you, Vision. Appreciate you, Ken, Jerry, Buck, D-Rock, and Vega.
Do you,
Appreciate you guys hanging out. And
Do you,
Theo, of course. Theo as well, who was here with us. Probably pre-drinking at this point. But hopefully he has a fun time. And everyone in the chat that was with us, hanging out and getting involved. Please continue, man. Everyone in the Facebook groups post and all that stuff. That's what we want to see. We want to, talk about the stuff we need to have fun, but talk about the stuff that needs to be discussed. That's it. We'll put a pin in it here. We'll see you guys next week, Monday. Chatter That Matters, and that's it. Be happy, be merry, and most importantly, collect responsibly. All the best. Stay safe.
Yep. Have a good weekend.
Yep.
I wanted to kind of end the show saying like that time is non-refundable, but then it's like,
Wow.
You already said
Where do you
it.
think you're going? Nobody's leaving. Nobody's walking out on this fun old-fashioned family Christmas. No, we're all in this together.